The Mayo Experience.
That Mayo Experience. That Mayo Experience. That Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by DraftKings 2021 U.S. Open Cut Sweats. Live in studio with me, Tim Andacust.
That is not my name.
We don't need to be socially distanced, but it's you, so that's a lifetime rule with you. 6 feet apart, them's the rules, but we get to hang on the couch. We have the mics all set up, the big TV. We're good to go. Geoff Fienberg already on the line. Didn't get a chance to make himself a drink. Should have brought down some beers like I brought down.
It's okay. My wife will have. I got one kid sleeping out, and my wife is another to bed shortly. She'll make me a cocktail soon.
Oh, well, what kind of cocktail are you gonna get?
I'm simple. By cocktail, I mean like Tito's and Sprite with ice.
Oh, you could switch to Tito's and water. You'll be much better off.
Or Sprite Zero.
Nah, you just don't need that sugar.
No, it is Sprite.
Well,
I
Sprite
believe
Zero
it is
has
Sprite
zero sugar.
What's that?
I believe it is Sprite Zero.
Yeah, well then there is no
but
sugar, so
still.
don't worry about it.
I would still worry about it. Not good for you. Sprite
Well,
Zero.
It's a matter of opinion.
I mean, one is the correct opinion. One is your opinion.
Yeah, ask Cristiano ask Ronaldo.
Yeah, just water. Hates Coke. Do you hate Ronaldo now?
I have nothing nice to say about him. I hope that Coca-Cola just put a bottle of Dasani in front of him next time.
The cut is currently at +3. All day, it looked like he was going to go to +4. And right now, +4 is T67. So it would take 7 more guys to drop to get the cut line to the top 60. I think it's still going to get there, though, Geoff. It seems like everyone kind of made their runs. I guess if the wind stays down, it won't be so bad, but it seems like the course is starting to get firmer and harder. Like even on 18, where guys can make it up a little bit, it seems like you can't kind of take dead aim at the flag, get it to hold anymore, like Bryson did a bit earlier, where guys are going to have to run it up, and most guys can't get it there anyway. But then you have like Mackenzie Hughes making every 85-foot putt. That's happening today. That's always fun to see.
Like 4 of them. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's Poana Greens, Pat. Like once everyone goes through this sucker, it's going to be pretty bad, I think, as we really do come home in a couple of hours. And we've seen a lot of lip outs, and we've seen a lot of well above average putters have a really struggle even inside, 5 feet today in the coverage that we've seen. The run-up shot seems to have even been the most ideal shot this morning.
Yeah.
If you got to watch Dickie Bland run through this place, the majority of his great approaches, they landed a few feet right in front of the green to those, closer to short pins, and looked like he was putting from, 8 to 20 feet all day, that guy.
I don't know if it's breaking news, but Big Dick Vic just withdrew.
Oh, no! This is bad.
Do we know why?
I mean,
He was
I've
plus
already sort
9.
of I gave up on it anyway, but whatever.
Do we want to do a shot check for people
A shot check?
so they know where we are timing-wise?
Oh yeah, if people want to be in sync with us, but I don't know if people
I want to be in sync.
You
with
need to be in sync with us. The viewers don't need to. They can. Phil's about to putt for birdie. Put it that way. Is what I'm looking at.
Same with me. So
So
you just tell me when
I'll,
he
I'll,
hits.
I'll tell you when he hits it, and we'll see how far off we are. Lining it up. Lining it up. Take your time. Now.
Oh,
Now.
baby.
I think you're like 2 seconds ahead of me.
2 seconds ahead. Tim, can you pass me that remote, please? No.
Phil on the move. Phil on the move. Love to see it.
Missed a couple of makeable ones,
3.
too.
There we go. We should be in sync now. I put it on pause for 3 seconds. Do you think it's going to get to +4?
Yes, but I was like certain it would be +4, and I was shocked to see how hard it had moved recently. I don't know. Everyone will get theirs. I would fully expect it to be 4.
You
I
know,
actually was dumb enough to think 5 could have been in play, but the hard data said it never was really in play.
it had a better shot than +2 for a while, but then things just didn't get as hard as I think anyone thought they would get. So then it was out of the question. I mean, it's not completely out of the question. I wouldn't say it's plausible. It's possible that it gets to +5. It's just incredibly unlikely that it would get to +5. And did you see what happened with my guy, Taylor Pendrith? Oh, God, is Hughes going to make this one too?
He gave
Thought
it
that
a
was
good run.
tracking.
He gave it a good run.
Yeah, so did you see what happened with Pendrith earlier?
I did not. I just know that he's 5 over.
Yeah, so he was 4 over most of the day. He had made a bogey at whatever it was, and then he birdied 6, and then he birdied 9, and then gave one back, and he he bogeyed 17, birdied 18. He was even. And then all of a sudden they changed one of his bogeys to a double bogey, like after the round was over, and then he missed the cut.
Oh,
It was rather tilting, I'm not going to lie to you.
I will say yeah, I had a couple guys that really tilted me today. Victor, I guess, would have to be captain. From an outright betting perspective, that's just whatever. I swallow that. I swallow a lot of losers, but that's going to really hurt my chances of doing much at all from the games, DraftKings, all my DraftKings lineups. And my specialty, like Munoz and Dietrichs, I never should feel good about anything at a U.S. Open.
yeah, Detry was
God.
just clicking yesterday.
Yes, he's like in many ways, my European Tour Finau. Short priced, never wins, always T5s. Much younger, so he's not sort of like at that stage. But still, similar resumes year in, year out at the moment.
Tony's going to have to play the back 9 and 3 under if he wants a chance at the cut here. He's 7 over now.
Tony missing the cut, Victor missing the cut. It's the U.S. Open. Well, whatever. There's some rockets out there, but at the moment, I'm feeling kind of humbled by this event. But I'm having a great time. I love it. I think the course is set up to be absolutely perfect this weekend. Whatever they want to do, Bodenheim, Mike Davis. We have 13 players under par at the moment. We're going to have one on Sunday, right?
Probably.
Come on. This is fantastic.
They are going to make this so difficult tomorrow.
So are we going to get like a Finau, Berger, Shinnecock, pick different players?
Yeah.
I mentioned this to Paul earlier. It's like anybody who makes a cut could very well be 54-hole leader. I mean, they were both 60th, I think, going into the third round at Shinnecock, and they were co-leaders. So I think that the USGA, and they traditionally do set it up, it's hardest on Saturdays. And it's interesting.
That's what
I
they
haven't heard a single player complain about this place yesterday or today.
It seems super fair. Like, if you make good shots, you're going to play well.
I think that's it. Like
they only complain is when when they've clearly made good shots and like they're still in the shit. They're like, what is the point of this?
that's right. When good shots are penalized, that's when there's a problem, and that's not happening here. But because there were so many similar looking shots, you've got to perform the same way over and over again.
If Billy Horschel hasn't complained yet, I'm sure it's playing very fair.
Remember how mad he was at Chambers Bay?
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't the worst. You had Gary Player on TV talking about how it was the worst golf course he had ever seen.
Yeah, that's probably.
He's just.
Yeah, well, he was probably like, they didn't let me son wear his Rolex in the tributes.
I was gonna say Gary Player. You can't say anything about I love Gary Player. He literally once told Cam to do more push-ups. Okay, Gary Player is a goddamn legend. But even him, the fact that Higo won in Higo's age, Gary Player lights up from ear to ear that he gets to be talked about and interviewed a lot. Do you feel me?
I do know what you mean.
Loves it.
Oh, I didn't even realize this. Do you see reverse curse Streelman inside the top 10?
Yes. I can't believe I should. Yeah, thinking about it every time I see it.
The guys who are at the top of the leaderboard, other than Phil at the Ocean Course, are playing well again this week. Louis, Brooks, Streelman. Those guys have sort of come back.
Scheffler's up there.
Scheffler, yeah.
Although, okay, so there's two.
Oh my God, we got to get a. Sorry.
What
I just think is Hatton. They got to show whatever pending meltdown Hatton is going to have, guys.
Well, he's 5 over for the day.
Yeah, he was one. He's got a cut line this whole front. At least he's got
Cabrera Bayo wants to eject. Like
yeah,
he did last
Cabrera
month.
Bayo is trying his best to eject all over the course, and it just won't happen for him. Like it's funny, just looking at the top of the leaderboard, it's really cute that these guys get to be at the top of the leaderboard through 36 holes, and then all the real guys are going to start making their charge on Saturday and Sunday.
Although I would expect one of those guys to hang around because we usually do see that.
I would guess it's Henley who sticks around. Oh yeah,
there you go.
Oh,
That's how you make birdie. I see, can't go
there
away.
He is. Can't go away.
So you think Bland has no chance?
I wouldn't say he has no chance. Obviously, I'm very familiar with old Dick Bland, as he just cost me a lot of money like 3 weeks ago in Britain when he outran Guido in the playoff.
Oh, dear.
Oh, Phil's trying to kill those people.
Oh, dear.
It went down that hill. Don't worry, Phil will flop shot it from there. He'll be fine.
Yeah, a lot of people are familiar with Dick Bland. He rode Guido a couple weeks ago, and he's had a lot of close calls, right, for a long.
Well,
for a
I would
long
say
time.
a lot of people.
A lot of people who are in our space know about Dick
People
Bland.
listening, the listeners that probably enjoy the entertainment we give them, but make money off Sky.
Yeah,
Those guys, you know. It has just come to my attention what Max Homa has been doing.
Yeah, he's
today.
putting together a
Holy
second round.
crap.
yeah, he's even missed a few short birdie putts too. Like he could be, but that's the thing though. Let's not lock in Homa to make the cut yet.
No, he's still got to play 11. I mean, the coverage, it's hard to track players who aren't on TV. So outside of 6 guys, and you're playing the hardest hole on the golf course. But the moment I noticed, he's having a great day because he was, I don't know, all my lineups suck. So I don't even care. But I like Max Homa. Easy to root for. And I bet you numbers.
I actually didn't even see it. How's P. Raj doing today? Oh, he's still right there. He's only +1. I had a lineup that is Brooks, Bryce, Patrick Rogers, Eddie Molinari, who's currently in the middle of blowing up, and it had Pendrith. I just needed Pendrith to make the cut. It's a big money lineup. Would have been a 6-6 with three studs because Rory played really well today, and the score didn't really reflect it. Considering he played kind of poorly yesterday, yet had a better score. It was strange.
Oh, nice. This is a clutch par for Brooks because if he made bogey here, God forbid, he'd be tied with that.
Well, we need to get them in a round. We need to get them together tomorrow.
I think Bryson's shadow boxed by Bezeden, Houghton, Grace. I already looked at it. He can't get in another pairing.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Oh, Vic's gone. Is he hurt or what happened? What did I miss? I know we spoke about it, but did he?
I would say it's probably not pandemic related because they just shook hands.
And he's probably just like, fuck, man, I can't play with Matthew Fitzpatrick. I'm out of here. Fuck that guy.
No, I don't want to rewind it because I'm on a perfect time with you guys.
I'm sure people, we're listening to this
happened
without sound, so we can do a show, obviously. Let's see. I don't know.
That was a big par for Brooks.
Did he make it?
No, I didn't mean to jinx it.
I'm gonna say I wouldn't start just counting 3-foot putts here for anyone. That's kind of the thing.
What did you think about Bubba today, Geoff?
Unbelievable. You know, I thought the audio was off on the feed, so I'm like as Rory's big putts are approaching the hole, I'm hearing people cheering and thinking, oh, the sound guy's really screwing this up or whatever, the truck. But no, it's just Bubba hitting bombs from other holes every time. What a performance.
Apparently
He birdied. There's that hole on the front that I guess isn't playing that hard today, but that 6?
Yeah.
An insanely long
Well,
par
that is a par 5 in February.
Par four, yeah. But I've seen a few birdies on it today.
Yeah, Pendrith
Pendrith
birdied it both days.
According to the actual the app or the USGA website at the moment, it's actually only the 11th most difficult today. So maybe it's playing downwind.
They're able to take it over that Torrey Pine with their drivers.
Did you see why Vic withdrew?
No.
He got sand in his eyes.
I really like never mind.
I assume it's because Hatton yelled at him too much in the group. He's like our buddy that if you yell at him too much, he just quits.
I mean, this is your opportunity, Geoff, to take a victory lap on how J Rose played this week too.
Did anyone think Rose was going to play well this week?
Did anyone think he was going to shoot?
There were some
plus
people
20?
victory lapping his
that what he shot?
ownership,
No,
but I guess
double digits.
I saw some people victory lapping his ownership, but I guess when it's that low, like you're just really happy. Like if you're gonna make him, like that's part of the game. Like you got to take that chance, and
Yeah, it's like
gonna burn you.
It's like everyone who took DJ and Spieth this week. Like they were before the tournament started, all things being equal, based on like where they came in ownership wise. I think Spieth was like 6% or something. Like you got to take that shot.
You got to, even if you don't agree with it. Like smart guys.
Like my best lineups right now are basically all Matthew Wolff lineups.
Yeah.
He probably had a massive day yesterday on DraftKings.
He did have a massive day
birdies.
today on DraftKings.
The guy with like Louis and Xander better be being supplemented by like Mac Hughes and shit. Cause, yeah. Although 6,800 Guido and that race for top Italian, now that looks like Dodo fell off the pace here.
Yeah, but don't worry that Dodo will be like 6 under through 6 holes tomorrow though, because that's just kind of what he does.
No, Dodo's +5. Dodo's is flirting straight with the line.
No,
now.
I mean, like if he ends up making the cut, he'll be the first guy on the course, and he'll go post a number somehow because that's what he's up to.
Yeah, I guess makes total sense.
Is Morikawa is just making everything today? He's having one of those days.
So I bet him 100 to 1 live.
Yeah, it's a good number. What's that down to? Like 20 now?
And you know how on that site, Pat, how when you make a bet, they like still leave it like up in the pending, even though it's through?
Yeah.
With your stake. So I just like kind of kept peppering it. I'm like, they're not changing it. And then I'm like, maybe my perception's off here. So I went to go look at the other sites and it's like 40 and 33 and 50. And I went back and peppered it some more. So yeah, I don't know. Go Colin. The other live bet I was on today was Berger. I thought, hey, he was like 70 to 1 pre-tee time. I'm like, that's pretty good. Like he can finish the day even par. Why the hell not? You're close to it.
I was staring at Scheffler all morning. He was like 60 to 1, then he was 65 to 1, then he was 55 to 1. I was like, and then I went and looked at his stats, and his stats are, he's just making every putt. And he's driving the ball horribly. But I'm like, now that even at the time I was thinking about it, it's like, well, he normally drives the ball so great and doesn't putt that even if the putter reverses, he probably just starts driving the ball like he normally drives it. So it all kind of is a wash. And if this ends up like -2, it feels like he could win. And now he's down to like 35 to 1 or something. So.
We're another major. We're like one more major from him being, I don't mean in terms of age, but just being that like new guy that's the best like placing bet on the major board with the extended placings.
He's new Finau.
Is he playable at Royal St. George's?
It feels like an old man is going to win there.
I kind of feel the same, actually.
Or maybe it's going to be the opposite, where old man Phil wins, old man Richard Bland wins, then it'll be like Sung Jae Im.
Or Rory.
Well, Rory's an old man now, too. Too old. It's going to be some youngman. Neiman will win, because I already have money on him.
Streelman.
Yeah.
Streelman is actually that type of old man that course would set up well for.
Yeah.
And if he's playing good golf, like he might be where someone.
Sorry, I was ordering my Tito's. What course?
Royal St. George's.
Yeah, Darren Clark. Streelman is very live if he goes into form at the course Darren Clark won at.
Yes,
like I'll give you that.
With the way that this season has gone, it just really feels like Westwood is going to win that.
Here's the difference.
He's level par at this thing, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's playing great.
He's there.
And you know who else?
He's +1.
+1. Who else was on a nice little move I was happy for? Maybe he fell back a bit. Poulter.
Did Poulter end up
Great
making the
par
cut?
from Brooks. Poulter is on the course. He's 2 over. He's 1 under today.
Oh, that's good for him. I did not feel like this was a course that set up well for him.
I thought he literally played Palmetto because, like, no, I'm going to chase Ryder Cup points, world ranking, like a chance to actually win a tournament and not really focus on the U.S. Open is more of like a realist, like, because, yeah, I didn't think this course set up for him at all.
But instead,
I just thought he was being realistic about, like, his situation. Why wouldn't I play the Palmetto and everything that could have happened for me there?
Instead, you could just be like Will Zalatoris, who didn't make a birdie. That's a tough
Justin
scene.
Thomas has only made 1 or 2, I think, but he's right there.
I don't,
grinding.
He's weirdly great. He is not playing well at all. But for a guy who can't putt, he keeps making every 17-foot par putt.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing, I hate they say it 1,000 times a broadcast, but he's actually playing U.S. Open golf.
I guess so. We haven't really spoken about it yet because the white whale is John Rahm, who played outstanding.
Yeah, Rahm's,
and I know nothing
Rahm
matters.
is the betting favorite.
No, but I just mean, like, what do you what do you think now? Like, if just feels like, what do you feel about it? He's just doing what you thought he would do. He's just, I don't know. I'm scared shitless because he's playing great. He looks so locked in over those like 8 to 12 foot par putts that we know are his bread and butter. And I would assume he didn't even think he played well today.
He didn't. He complained about how poor his ball striking was at times on the course.
Someone
He's
in the
never
chat
been
said,
in the heat.
Someone in the
He's
chat
never-
said. Someone in the chat says, no love for Canadian Mac Hughes, 3 straight birdies. Mac Hughes can go fuck himself. Fuck that guy. I hate him so much. It's
His
unbelievable.
Mom is a nice woman.
That's fine. I'm sure they all have nice moms. Like, just eject. Can't stand that guy. If this is Mac Hughes, he would putt this in for birdie despite putting for par. He would have chipped in twice from where Phil was.
Oh, good effort.
Is This guy said tough luck when Tom Watson wins. Are they going to let Tom Watson play? Do they still let him play in British Opens?
No, he got a special
he
exemption.
ceremoniously exited, right? He waved at the bridge, I feel.
Yeah,
like
he got an exemption to play the last time at St. Andrews, and he said because he wanted to have one more crack at the open course he never won at, despite winning 3 times. Remember? That's why Nicholas used to say, well, you're never really a true British Open champion if you don't have one at St. Andrews, just taking a shot at Watson.
Someone wants to know if you're still on a Euro heater, Tim. I believe you lost, 7 games in a row?
Yeah, no, I was 7-7 going into today, or 9-9, sorry, going into today, which is pretty good when 2 of the 3 outcomes are losses when you're picking these things for me. But no, I think I went either 1-2 or 0-3 today. It was a tough day.
You make good money if you're 500 in soccer, assuming
Well, because there were 3
three-way
outcomes.
stuff.
Yeah,
So the 3-way usually pays out plus money on
and I
all
hit an
sides.
exact score in couple of the games.
I believe
pick
2
1-1?
to be exact.
Yeah, I think 2 of the games I hit an exact score. I didn't see 0-0 between Scotland and England happening today.
My father-in-law was pumped.
Yeah,
Well-
good for them. Cam was pumped.
To go into Wembley and get a draw is pretty impressive, even though it's not in a very important stadium, according to some people.
Okay, you've already been. What are you doing? Like, I've already been proven right. You want to relitigate this? It's the dumbest thing ever. Hello?
Yeah,
No,
no, he's
we're-
just sitting here laughing.
No, but no one knows what you're talking about, and you're not even correct about what we spoke about. So let's just move on.
So here's a fun Bubba stat for you. This is from last year's U.S. Open. Bubba shot his best round of the tournament at Winged Foot on Friday. 3 shots better than any other of his rounds, and he was +1 through 2 days. Then he was 11 over on the weekend.
Ugh.
Yeah.
However, that's a much
sure.
tougher course than this is.
I mean, I feel like we were all kind of excited, right? Bubba sort of admitted. He sort of publicly spoke about a lot of things that maybe even some of us assumed he kind of was like battling with how quirky he was and how easily agitated. he got, and that's why we never liked him at U.S. Opens. And I think Pat last year before Winged Foot, we were like, no, this Bubba that just seems like happy-go-lucky. He just trailers around through the pandemic and like he's a music star in his RV with his family. And I don't know now. Yeah, he just comes to U.S. Opens in a happier place. He's always played great at Riviera. So I don't know.
He's won at this course before.
So there it is. I guess he was a pretty forgotten. What would his pre-tournament outright have been? 150? Like
no, I think
I remember having 110.
I mean, when you ask me the question, do you want me to answer it, or are you just going to keep guessing without anyone just telling you what the answer is?
Because it's sort of coming back to me because I remember someone debating like loving the Max Homa pick and saying like you could bet Bubba at the same price. That would seem ridiculous. Like, wouldn't you so much rather have Max Homa? So I assume it was like between 100 and 125 now that I'm playing it all back.
Yeah, Homa just bogeyed, by the way.
Poulter birdie T20ing at the moment.
Oh, very nice. Your leaders in approach for the tournament. Do you want to take a stab at who the top 5 are?
Colin Morikawa.
Nope.
Dick Bland, because I watched him do everything.
Nope.
What the hell? I don't. Now I'm confused.
I guess one of the
like,
Molinaris.
What's that? Sorry?
One of the Molinaris.
No. There is an
Bubba.
No, there is an Italian inside the top 5.
Guido?
Oh, Guido missed like 2. Guido could have been on one out of the gates today, Pat.
I know. I was watching. Guido is second in approach. Rikua Hasino is number 1 in approach.
Yeah, I saw him playing well. I don't know who that is.
He's won twice in his past 4 starts on the Japanese
Okay,
tour.
I don't know who he is, but I saw he was doing well.
Shane Lowry is 3rd, and all of a sudden he can't drive or putt anymore, apparently. Vegas is 4th, and Chez Reavie is 5th. And then it's like
Reavie holes out.
And then it's Answer who's going to miss the cut, and then Russell Henley.
So is that indicative that maybe that stat doesn't mean much this week?
I don't know. I mean, you have to do the other things well. Like Hasino's top 20, Guido's top 15, Henley's tied for 1st, Xander's tied for 4th. They're 5 and 6 or 6 and 7.
Okay.
But if we sort by off the tee, which we all kind of thought was going to be the big one for the week, it's Bryson. Oh, Pendrith was 3rd off the tee. He had a very quality minus 2.2 strokes putting.
Guido at 275 to 1, like with that ball striking, like there's a nice each way that he might be able to catch. I mean, I've propped him, I've rostered him like everywhere, from top Italian to DraftKings to top 20.
Who is it?
Like
Fur.
Oh, the amateur. That's a nice shot. Good for him.
It's a big number for like what more could Guido be doing? I guess his
He's 275 right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant pre-tournament. Yeah, that's not a bad number.
Like just the way he's straight, he gets a little hot putter. I mean, I'm more thinking about the each way. I feels like half of our fans have our team Guido at this point. But it's all happening.
Did you watch the beginning of Adam Scott's round this morning?
No.
He had the most Adam Scott putt ever on hole 1. It was.
This is why the Masters.
Did he miss a 3-footer?
Yeah, like it was probably like a 3.5 footer for bogey on hole 1, and he lined it up like a foot outside, and just hit it, and it just didn't break. It just missed by a foot to the right. It's just like, what are you doing? How have you read this putt so wrong?
Is he going with the long putter or the short putter?
I believe he has the long putter in his eye.
Ugh.
Let's see. Here's Rafa again. Where's Rafa?
There's probably no.
He's probably gonna put it in.
There's probably no player of our generation who's cost himself more with the flat stick than Adam Scott.
No.
He threw away. Well, I mean, but Adam Scott threw away 2 British Opens in a row that he was leading because he couldn't putt.
Yeah, but you only remember that because he was close to actually winning. There's a whole bunch of players. Like I would say, Sergio has given up the most by being a shitty putter.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Just because there's so many like T7s he has where if he was just competent, he would have won.
Okay.
Rafa is so is so handsome that what point, like how low does he have to score to get taken off TV? Like if he's at -1,
Why would you take him off TV?
They don't show.
He's exciting. He's missing every single green regulation, although this is just his third here, but he's very compelling today.
He wasn't so compelling last week when I bet him to win. He was like +50 at Palmetto.
Needs to slow down.
Almost a
Make
gur.
it
It's a gur.
boring.
No, he'll miss
that a-
this putt by like 20 feet and then make the comebacker.
Oh, he's on 9. Oh,
Yeah.
That's for birdie, man. This guy.
Wolf has been making all of these. I'm so happy Wolf's back.
Who is putting better, Wolf or Bubba or Hughes?
Well, I don't think Hughes putted very well yesterday. Scheffler is leading everyone by
Wow.
a ton. What?
Chef, I'm just amazed
Yeah,
that he is.
Scheffler, Bland, Lamb, Chuck Hoffman, and Rafa Cabrera-Bello.
Fitzpatrick did not like that. I don't like that either, to be fair, but
What?
firing his ball away after that putt, I don't like that.
Oh, you know who's 6th in putting for that week? That Polish guy.
Oh, yeah.
Minarek.
Minarek. Yeah, I saw him
Minarek?
yesterday. I was like, I don't know who this
Mironk.
is. It's like, who's this guy?
Yeah, there's a guy
He's
from
a
Poland.
tall-
Well, this got me into a discussion with someone. How is there no Russian golfers? Not one. Ever. Like, you think there'd be like some like super rich? No, you think there'd be some super rich Russian guy who's awesome at golf?
That's
Yeah,
a very
or-
good question.
You'd think they'd buy a go, find a way to just take one, like
Yeah.
Slovakia and
Yeah, just raid
like they
the
find.
raid the old Eastern. It's kind of like Canada does with sprinters in Jamaica.
Yeah, no, you're
Like,
right.
You're,
You
you're
think,
Russian now.
like some great English player who is on the outside of like Olympics. Well, yeah,
I'm
Russian.
reading here that the very first 18-hole golf course to ever open in Russia was in 1994.
Really?
So, I mean, I suppose golf wasn't a very proletarian thing to be doing, I guess, in the Soviet Union. But this is what I'm reading on Wikipedia.
Interesting. It just seems like something that, especially because like with the way that they were set up, you think just like someone in the government's son just would have been good at
You
golf.
would think so. Yeah, but a lot of it's cold.
All right, Brooks, do something here. I actually think that Brooks or Bryson is still going to win.
Oh, I still think Bryson's good. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'm not going to argue that.
Get up there
Oh,
for
there it
Eeg.
is.
For Eeg.
If Louis
that
can
gonna
make
stay
his
up?
putts.
Louis does this every major. What do
I
you,
know he
what do you
does.
expect to happen?
But I like Louis.
yeah,
And
fair enough.
we're
He's
on a
gonna come
run here.
second.
I really like Hideki, and he won the Masters. I really love, of course, I love Phil the most. He won the PGA. Maybe it's a friends and family year
So
for me in the
what-
majors, and I get Louis
what
in
are you-
this.
But what are you going to tweet? Kevin Streelman shoots tomorrow. 80.
I don't know whether he shoots badly tomorrow or Sunday, but the real bad round is happening.
For
Yeah,
who?
but you're going to
Streelman.
reverse curse it with a tweet. You're
But I-
going to try to pull a rabbit for him. I think.
No, I mean, of the guys on the board, other than Bland, because that would be such an amazing story, I want Louis to win.
Like,
Not that any.
a lot of people, even in the chat, you guys say like the weather is terrible in Russia. The weather in Siberia is bad.
Okay, but that's 2/3 of the country.
Sure, but no one lives there, and it has a huge population. Like the weather in most of Russia is basically the same as it is in Canada.
Okay, but I think then
We
perhaps,
play golf?
I think then perhaps the fact that there wasn't a fully functioning 18-hole course until the mid-90s is a better indicative explanation as to why
Yes.
there haven't been successful Russian male golfers.
Or female golfers.
I think they actually, were, from what I was looking on here, I think they're more competitive in women's golf than men's, which is a low bar because
I think that's a super high bar.
because there's no good male golfers who are Russian at all.
True, but I mean, to be
that's
a
what I
good
mean.
female professional
Oh, it's
golfer and not
crazy
being
hard.
from America or South Korea.
Oh, it's
pretty
incredible.
tough.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, women's golf and men's golf are equally as difficult. It's just that the fact that there's no male golfers from Russia means that if you're the best golfer in Russia and you're a woman, like it doesn't. It's not a very high bar to cross because the men are so terrible.
This person says Russians are poor AF. Socialism is the answer to your questions.
Yeah, socialism was definitely. Well, I mean, socialism is a reason why they didn't have golf courses. Yeah.
Well, we have golf courses.
Yeah, we were not. We weren't a Soviet republic where people weren't making golf courses. They were too busy standing in bread lines.
I believe it's beet lines.
In some cases,
If you didn't have your beet rations, what were you going to do?
one of my favorite stories is when Khrushchev came to the U.S. during some summit, and they went to a grocery store, and the people who were with him were so shocked at the choices that were available in a grocery store. Like, there was one type of potato chip in the Soviet Union, or one type of beer, or everyone drove a Lada.
Go to the cereal aisle. It's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming.
Tim still finds it overwhelming.
Oh, in the States, one of the first things I'm not even a big cereal guy, but if you go to the States and walk down the cereal aisles, it's like, wow, look at the stuff they have.
Yeah, it's like 3 times as big as ours, and it's like,
Yeah. That's not Adam Long, is it?
That is not Adam Long. Adam Long did not qualify for the U.S. Open. That's in, I bet. I knew it. There was a part today. I didn't realize that NBC was making it a directive that they had to show at least one shot from everybody. I didn't realize that was a thing. So they kept cutting away to these absolute jabronis. I was like, oh, Tim's hole-in-one bet is done. They're showing this guy on a par 3, and he'd missed by 40 yards to the right. I was like, what is going on here? And then someone told me that.
I'm going to lose that bet. There have been way too many holeouts from the fairway. That
You know
makes
what?
me think sooner or later it's going to happen.
Yesterday was the day on that par 3 where they had the pin at the very
Yes.
bottom of the hill,
Oh.
and it scraped the cup 4 times.
I feel like it's going to happen, though. I don't know when, but I'm not feeling good. Usually I'm feeling pretty good about it if I'm halfway through.
How's your boy right here? Joe Long.
Joe Long?
Joe Long?
what was Wolf?
By the way, how didn't Harry Higgs qualify for this?
I have no.
Did he
I
not
have
finish
no
high
idea.
enough at the
I
PGA?
guess not. A T4 at the PGA Championship doesn't get you into the U.S. Open?
Maybe it does from the year previous. So the T4s at the T4s at Harding Park got into this year's U.S. Open. Maybe.
Oh, Rafa. Too handsome.
This is why he's on TV, so he can 3-putt from 25 feet.
So I changed it to check the baseball score out.
Oh, Henley. A lot of guys bringing out the putter from just off the greens. Cantlay was doing it a ton.
Probably smoother than that POA.
Think people really put too much of an emphasis on how hard the POA is.
Azinger wouldn't stop
give
talking
me
about
a
it
fucking
yesterday.
break. It's not Augusta. Imagine that these guys had to play on courses that most of us play on. The travesty.
The marker prevented that from
If
going
that
in.
didn't hit the coin, that
It
would have
goes
gone in.
100%. The marker
The
cost
coin
him
killed a half roll of
100%.
for sure.
Oh, yeah, that goes in if it's not for that.
That's not true. The coin put it back online to go into the hole.
Oh, I think it goes on the left
no,
side and drops.
that's going right. Watch when they show it again. I'll miss this one too. Go away, Rafa. You jerk.
No. Confirms the bogey.
No, the coin put it back on pace to go into the hole. It was going to leak out to the right. Rick Lamb.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
So +4 is really, really coming at us with some speed now. It's down to,
That's okay.
let's see,
Still
Molinari.
wet. Much obliged. Thank you.
Hey Tim,
Yeah, Geoff.
are you excited for the big match, the hockey tonight?
No, because Montreal's going to lose.
Isn't their coach dead or something?
Their coach seems to have contracted
What?
COVID-19.
Yeah, he got COVID-19. He's done. I saw Gabe freaking out on Twitter.
That's how I learned about it, too, was from Gabe's freak
Gabe
out
was
on Twitter.
losing his mind. It's if there's anyone to lose, wouldn't the coach in hockey be the optimal person to lose? If you could pick anyone? It's better
Yes.
than a player having it.
Well, as long as it's not Carey.
Yeah.
Gabe also made a lot of top 20 bets in this U.S. Open I saw because he was tweeting them out.
Yeah, but he made a lot of top 20 bets at minus
This one, yeah, like
175
Spieth,
and stuff like that.
Spieth minus 150 to be top 20. It's
Gabe's-
this seems like a
Gabe's-
bad bet, but I don't
No,
know.
Gabe's on fire though. He hit Kokrak and Cantley. I think he just
So
they're doing the show.
So did I. So did you.
Yeah, no, Yeah, no, I'm just saying he's just whatever. He's hitting some golf bets, so he's feeling good. Let him.
I know, but
away.
I just find that stuff really weird. Like, I find the fun in golf betting is to take your shot. Like, having bet Brooks and Bryson this week, both at 18-1. Like, I rarely bet below 20-1 anyway, and that meant that I couldn't do anything else really down the card. But I mean, 18-1 on your money is still a lot of money. But like, just any sort of golf bet where you have to finish that's like minus money just seems like mind-boggling to me. Like that's not why I bet on golf. That's why I bet on football.
But if what you usually bet is
Yeah,
football
no, you're
games,
right. I agree.
Yeah, but it feels like there's
totally
not
agree.
a ton of value in those.
Was Morikawa's approach on this hole, if you remember, does Morikawa have an eagle or a birdie putt here?
Eagle putt. He put his closer than Brooks, I think, unless it rolled out.
Yeah, he was closer off.
Just make it. That's not it. Just be close. That's fine. Yeah, Brooks is playing uninspired golf and is going to be -2. Like, just give the man his fucking trophy.
why? It's not Sunday yet. Brooks has gotten into a habit of playing very poorly on Sundays
Well,
recently in majors.
put it this way.
Oh, you mean half the other times he doesn't win?
No, but like not just not play well, not just not win. What did he do at Portrush? What did he do at Harding Park? Like, what did he do at
cares?
the
Yeah, but Portrush is a bit different because none of them were really in it. Lowry was winning by a bunch.
Okay, but Brooks not just didn't win, like he played terribly.
Brooks played terribly last year at the PGA Championship.
He sure
After
did.
he called out Dustin and Morikawa came and stomped him.
And he couldn't make I mean, Phil opened the door wide open for him at the Ocean Course, and he couldn't take it.
Ooh, was that Mac Hughes? Because that will fall if it's Mac Hughes.
I don't know who
Webb.
that was.
Well, Webb had to go on a
Webb.
heck of a streak at the PGA to keep that alive, but I don't think the cards are in his favor here.
Now
are they?
Cam Smith is at +5 too. He's going to miss the cut. Let's see here.
Yeah, what happened to Cam Smith? No, he's a birdie for Morikawa.
Oh, it is. Okay. It's like I can't believe he outdrove Brooks by so much, but alas, he did not. Looks like it's coming up short. Yeah, bring your purse, pal. Putting like me yesterday, Tim. Everything short. Too scared to go by the hole and have it run out 20 feet. How hard are those greens?
Oh, ridiculously hard. Quick, but also not as fast as they ought to be sometimes going down the hill.
Yeah.
And the break is subtler than it looks, so sometimes you think there should be a lot more break and there isn't. I mean, I was getting my weight down by the end of it, but there's still some putts that that will not be the problem tomorrow, I can promise you.
No, I'm actually excited.
It's in good shape.
Well, I'm just excited to play a course that's not the hardest course around.
No, Lost Creek's in good shape.
Patrick
it's
Rogers.
Public course.
Yeah, P-Rod is doing it. Like, I have a ton of P-Rod on DraftKings, and like, I think a 5 of 6, like, it won't win any big ones, but I think a 5 of 6 is going to be like cashing for sure here. I'll check out Cut Sweats, see what they got on the go. Did Cody's horse win the race? He did? Cody's horse won? That's awesome.
Like he owns the horse?
Yeah, he bought a horse and it just won a race. Doing better than Gabe and Cam's horse.
They won a race.
They won one race one time.
Then everyone
One
kept
race,
betting on
one
them, and they were
time.
going off as 1 to 20 favorites.
I got a bad feeling about this one.
Let's see here. 6 of 6 percentage actually is not all that bad. It's like 3% or 4%.
Do you know who's really holding on for me at the moment? Will be my sweat into the night here because he could actually give me a 6. Well, I don't want to speak too soon.
Is it?
He's got a crazy scorecard too. Oh no, that's round 1. $6,400. Bhatia.
Oh, your boy Bhatia.
Bhatia. He started bogey, and he's kind of been playing all right
Yeah,
since.
he's a +3 right now. +4 is down to T63. So that's you kind of want Bhatia to Bhatia makes a bogey, and all of a sudden all those +4s are sneaking back in. What's +5 right now? All right, +5 is down to T79. Only needs 19 more people to drop. Then we're looking good.
on the web,
Pendrith, here we go.
the USGA website has the 4 overs in at the moment.
Yeah, because they actually do the projected cut.
Today, the commentators are saying +2. Well, that's a cut line. They might get in.
The commentators, I don't understand how, as most of them are former professional golfers who understand this stuff, yet have no clue how any of it works.
Including bright guys like Trevor Immelman, who I think is one of the best commentators for golf on TV. And even he, anyway.
No, you're right. So Brooks is par for the day now? Yeah.
If he makes it, has he already made it on your screen?
No.
You're just giving these guys.
Oh, that one was...
Oh, Hustler's in the chat.
Hi, Andrew.
Oh, someone asked, what did you shoot? I've played with TC 3 times in the past 3 weeks, and he's beat me by 1 each time. Yeah, we were 99-100 yesterday.
Yeah, it was not a good round yesterday. I struck the ball better than I should have for 99.
That course is just fucking hard.
It tests if you're not like a 10 or 11 handicap. It's a tester. Ton of fairway
Sometimes I
bunkers.
What's
I
that?
like getting on a muni to just like play. Because where I play can be hard, and I like just...
Well, I hope
Let me
so.
hit
You're
a
going to have the
7-9.
national championship there. It should be hard.
Yeah.
Let me hit a... Well, for me, it's really hard. Let me hit a 7-iron into some holes. Enough of this like hybrid 5-iron shit that I gotta hit when I play with my friends.
Those
like,
are tough
really
par
hit it off the tee.
If you're like any more than one of those par 4s around are incredibly frustrating. You hit a good drive and you still got to hit a 5-iron or a hybrid into the green.
What,
Yeah,
the course
that's-
yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just I'm used to hitting driver pitching wedge or driver 9-iron, not driver long iron.
And
Oh.
I'm shorter than most of my buddies.
And I'm shorter than you.
Yeah.
I'm about as short as you can get off the tee.
No, I wouldn't say that, but
Well, Paul is the shortest off the tee.
I wouldn't say the problem is you have a vicious slice that vitiates the
It's
length
a
that you
vicious
would
swing. I've seen Pat swing. It's a vicious, like,
It is,
all or
it is.
nothing kind of rip.
get. And like every 50th time he hits it clean
And it
and it
goes
goes a mile, but he pulls it dead left because he's aiming way left.
No, there's enough ceiling moments.
Oh yeah.
I'll say this. Mayo will get... Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Shit. And then I can tell you what I did yesterday. I'd say if Mayo took 50 swings, there's more ceiling moments than like 52 passes.
Oh.
That's not saying much, Jeff.
This guy is
Do
asking
you know what I did
how
yesterday?
How far do you guys hit it? I literally hit it like 210 off the tee.
I hit a couple
Yeah,
like 290.
same.
yeah,
I had a couple
Cuss
of
can get it out there close to
220,
300.
get it out there.
I had a
don't
couple
know.
of bombs yesterday. Just on that par 5 where I just went over the sand traps and I couldn't believe how far it went.
Like, I actually hit my driver, 3-wood, and 3-iron all around the same length after you take out. I actually hit my driver like 280, but it only goes
Yeah.
220 because there's 60 yards of slice on
It's
it.
funny that one that was like 580. I hit driver 5-iron and I was pin high, but in the sand trap in 2. It was like, wow, I can't believe I'm this close.
Yeah, when Cuss gets his full body into it, it fucking goes.
It ought to.
Yeah.
So
I believe that.
Well, Jeff, if the it looks like the vax stuff. If you have the double vax, you can travel between provinces.
Yeah.
So if that's all cleared up, Tim and I we got a group for 4 at the 2 Cabot courses at the end of July.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm in. But let me tell you about yesterday. So I guess in the U.S. Open prep, I'm kind of embarrassed about this rabbit hole because I've been really good. I really have.
I saw you fighting with Tua fans online.
They're asking for it.
I don't know. I made a comment to a reporter who was fighting with fans.
What's his name,
the
Geoff? I
one
want to
fighting with
just
fans.
take his name down for.
No, his
for
name
later.
is Omar Kelly. I'll tell you exactly what happened. He's just like, don't worry, everyone. Tua still has it.
Oh, I saw
Like
that tweet. I saw it. I was like,
He's a Dolphin reporter, and Dolphin fans were like, "Bro, you gotta like chill with this."
I liked
now.
your
Like,
response because it was amazing.
Yeah, so I just said like he better have it. Like they passed on a really good player, so fans are turned.
Bet you $5
Now,
he
this is
makes
the
this.
P-Raj putt from a
it's
little.
that
We
behind
knew
it.
the score. We didn't see the putt. Good for you,
But
Callie.
not only did
Cali
they,
kid.
but you got to look at it this way, Jeff. Not only did they pass on Herbert, they also
Stop.
took a pass on Fields. They took a pass on.
Okay, stop. I just want to tell you about my day.
Okay.
So I guess in like the golf, so much golf. Like normally, I'm all about like a lot of like some shows that I would listen to or football talk. Oh my God, is he gonna make another one?
Is that Hughes?
No, it's a Wolf.
No, that's Wolfie.
Yeah, you can always tell Wolf by like that's a
He plays the Ricky Fowler ball.
Yeah, but I always just consider it the Matthew Wolf ball because they actually show him on TV because when he plays, he's near the top of the leaderboard.
Well, and he's
playing.
He's
Yeah,
the one playing, so it's the Matthew Wolf
put it this
ball.
way, he's not playing in all those tournaments where you get to wear shorts.
Yeah, like the U.S. Open qualifier.
So, listen, love Ricky. I don't want to go there. So I'm being long-winded in saying, in doing sort of all the week, I just didn't see anything football. And then yesterday, like it came across, or maybe I paid attention. I looked back at things to see all these Tua stories about this horrible practice. And then I literally probably watched an hour and a half worth of mainstream media, because I would consider Rich Eisen's podcast, Dan Patrick's show, like every 20-minute clip of them having a guest on, talking football, spending 14 minutes on the Dolphins, whether it was Darlington out of Miami or somebody else. And I don't know. Yeah, I put the thing. He's in my head. I spent the time off. Like I haven't paid attention. And I was so out of it. I didn't know this story even happened. And like I'm just in. People are losing their mind, and I just decide to hear about it. But I got myself into a rabbit hole. Apparently, it hasn't gone well so far.
Shocking.
But it's mini camp. Like, are people panicking? I don't know.
Have you seen Zach's numbers in minicamp? He looks great.
It was literally, someone best described it as at this point, like Tua is, and I have an MVP bet on this guy. And this is not the type of thing you want to hear about someone you've bet to an MVP.
Oh, let's be honest. You bet him MVP, but you secretly hope you lose the bet. Let's not. I don't know why we have to play this game of. Okay,
sure.
We're doing good cop, bad
fine,
cop.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
but
but this is actually good news for his MVP prospects because now he's lowering the bar even lower. That he doesn't even need to be great to win MVP. He needs to be like,
you're
imagine,
right. The
imagine
Dolphins
if he's a league
win
average and they're like 13-4 or something.
Yeah, like let's say he has a rich like a Rex Grossman, but the Bears are awesome. The fact that they won 13 games, he'll get votes. So like kind of to Pat's point, in many because the bar is so freaking low.
Yeah, it'll be great.
He was referred to as like the Dolphins almost now see him as an experiment. Like it's now an experiment for the Dolphins. And that hit me. Like I don't even know if they were trying to make a joke. This was like Jeff Darlington talking. One of the most tuned in Dolphin reporters on the planet. They're like calling this an experiment. And you could say he's in my head, but that hit me as like, oh my God, like we're here.
Okay, Geoff, it has been.
What do you?
Yes. We need to talk to you about something.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
Is it true that you
Probably.
and Cust have a secret Tua hate thread?
Zero. Show him my phone. I showed him one clip. It said, I'm not even responding to this.
We've had conversations.
It's not. You could Tim, show them your phone. To call it a Tua hate thread would be ridiculous.
To call it a hate thread would be too strong. But have we had offline chats about Tua? Absolutely.
Because I'll explain it to you right now. And you can have all the evidence in front of you. Someone showed me a news clipping from about 2 weeks ago of Jason Lacanforna. Like him, hate him, arguably a very tuned in CBS reporter for the National Football League, wrote that Brian Flores will never get over not being able to pick Herbert. And I sent that to Tim and being like, I'm trying to be really mature about this. I'm not even retweeting this like CBS Sports NFL insider story, but I want to show it to you, Tim. So I showed it to Tim. That's all. And maybe like in season when Soppy would show me some amazing stats, shout out to our boy at Kyle Soppy, ESPN on Twitter. I might like say, hey, Tim, like, look at this nugget. Soppy just hooked me up.
Well, that was all I was saying. I never called it a hate thread.
A hate thread would be.
I would not call it that. I would say
not even a Tua thread.
It's not a Tua thread. We talk about other stuff.
Yeah, what's the other stuff you guys talk about?
You want to know? We were talking. I don't even want to say it because you might get uncomfortable if I. No, I've just made it into more.
You were talking about. Were you talking about vaccines or Israel?
Well, option B. Let's move on. Okay.
Yes.
Let's move on.
I have a cut.
Tim is very. You would think Tim is a citizen of the land.
I believe very strongly.
Let's have a cut update here. How about that? Oh, here's Molinari. Has he missed this putt? Is that why they're showing him?
Why are they showing us this?
Oh, that's why.
He's
Is that what
further-
Adam Scott?
He's further
is
away.
that what the Adam Scott that you wanted to tell me about earlier looked like?
It was a bit. Adam Scott's was a bit more egregious because the camera was right behind him, so you could see what he was looking at. Even the commentators were like, "Where's he aiming?" Either way, Rogers for another birdie. Let's go, pal. Save that 5 of 6 for me. On outside of the cut line, looking in right now, your guy, Geoff, Marcus Armitage. He's +5 on the day, +5 overall. Kuchar is +5. Hatton, Answer, C, Kim, and Party Marty Laird, all on the outside looking in. And it's only going to take 2 more players for the cut to drop to +4. Although Cameron Champ having a day, battling.
Does
Yet again, I
Marcus
should
Arm-
note, once again, we cannot do a show that has nothing to do with football that doesn't turn into a conversation about Tua. If someone's keeping track, and I'm sure we have super fans who do, this has got to be like
looks
20 in a
good.
row for us.
Oh, it's in again. Rogers making a move.
What do you think about the kits this week, Geoff? They're kind of playing outside of the Nike guys, eh?
Yeah. Well, a lot of playing. That Nike pattern that you're seeing it's supposed to be the bark of a Torrey Pine.
Really?
you're
That's what
wondering.
they're going with?
I thought it was like some data. It looked like they're trying to have like some like coding thing.
Like, I
but
used to
no,
have a tracksuit that I got when I went to Old Orchard Beach in like 1991.
You
that
should
looked like
still
that.
wear that.
Well, I was
Yeah.
like 6, so I don't know that it would fit me.
Is it like what are those called? Like neon?
Yes,
What was that really
exactly.
popular tracksuit
Yes,
brand when we
that's-
were kids here in Canada.
That's exactly what I was wearing. And I thought I looked real cool, in part because I did. But
And didn't it like go into a like a fanny pack? Did it turn into a fanny
well,
pack?
it's called a muff when it's connected to the anyway, whatever.
When we went to Bonnaroo, Geoff,
Whatever.
Tim showed up with his
No.
his very hip money belt
It
that
was-
he wore around.
And what kept our passports dry in the rain?
Well, I mean, mine wasn't dry. I left out in the rain.
Because you wouldn't give me your passport. And I carried everyone else's passports in my money belt, and they stayed dry.
That's fair.
I don't-
Someone asked about Fantasy National live stats this week. No, because we have a deal with the PGA, and we could get in a lot of trouble for scraping USGA stats, which other places are doing, and we don't want to lose our PGA contract. But the USGA actually owns these stats, kind of like how the Masters owns their stats, so it doesn't
Yeah.
actually come through the PGA feed.
Who owns
That's
the PGA
That's why we're
championship
not
stats?
getting
the PGA
those.
of America, who we have
That's
a
why
deal
we're-
with. That's why we're allowed to do
And
them.
the RNA?
I don't think there is strokes. They had strokes gained last time for the Shane Lowry British Open, but I don't think that they were accurate. Like most European Tour strokes gained data. Oh. Little Bryson. That's what they call Brooks.
Little Bryson.
Nice chip, pal.
Yeah.
So
well,
he's got that for par.
yeah, he's
does
got
he?
about a 9-footer for par.
Oh my god.
Tim loves Muff. That's true.
Okay. Maybe we could get Brendan Grace
Oh, come on. Stop making those.
to withdraw with his second bout of COVID so we could get a Brooks Bryson
I want to
combo.
see Henley do well.
Why do you not like Henley?
I would like Bland to be the solo leader after 36 holes.
People want to know. Someone on Twitter said that they saw you replying to Ben Shapiro, Tim.
That's not true.
That's not true?
I have not done that.
You seem pretty defensive about it. Did you not do it?
No, I didn't do that.
Is that your guy, Ben Shapiro? Is he the guy who went crazy? Or is that the guy who teaches at the University
No,
of Toronto?
that's
who went crazy?
Yakko.
No, that's Jordan
Yiannopoulos.
Peterson.
Milo.
No,
Oh.
Milosh.
Milo?
Yeah, whatever.
Yiannopoulos.
That guy was a thing for like 6 months.
Yeah, then they threw him off Twitter for saying terrible things, and he just sort of went away.
Oh, he was the original Trump.
Oh, he was
Original
awful. He was
Tommy
awful.
G.
The original Tommy G. Tommy G's back, I think. Or it's someone
Oh
doing
my God.
Or it's someone doing a really good Tommy
Well,
G
it was like
impression.
it was like that time.
Watch
once
this.
Trump
oh,
got,
Guido.
Once Trump got thrown off Twitter, he kept trying to get back on with various accounts, and Twitter.
Guido! Oh, I'm just going to Twitter to see what Sky is saying.
He did
now.
that the way I would. Oh no, that's not a. I thought he used his hybrid there.
That was Guido. He's putting from everywhere.
Do
you know about Guido?
I do from last week when you guys were talking about him on the show.
Oh, but
Just last week?
oh, you
I
haven't
don't
been-
follow European golf, so I don't know much about him. Like the leaderboard this week has felt like what a British Open feels like to me, where you just see guys from from European Tour or whatever. And you're like, okay, well, I suspect they're very good golfers. I just don't know them.
Ah, we're down to one player now needs to drop because cuss boy Grayson Sig just made a double bogey.
I don't know what made him my boy. I don't know anything about him.
His last name is Sig,
Okay.
so he's your guy
I don't know why he's any more my guy than your guy.
because you smoke more than me.
I don't think that's
Okay.
true.
What does Rafa finish the day at?
What's he at now?
2 under, headed to the hardest hole, 11.
Yeah, but he's still got 18 to play, so
Yeah, but he's only on hole 11 right now.
yeah, but
He
he
has
just
2
has at
par
the end of the day.
fives.
He's got
He
two
would
par
have 2
fives.
par fives.
Yeah, but
I'll say he
he's
finishes-
not one who can super take advantage of par.
I'll say he
fives.
finishes where he is at 2 under par. How hard do you think that hang gliding stuff is?
How hard do I think that?
I think that looks-
parasailing is.
That parasailing, I think that looks really easy.
I mean, it's not incredibly difficult. You can just sign up to go do it.
Yeah,
But
like-
that's actually true. That's not super difficult.
I feel like I
No,
could
hold
do
on.
that.
Parasailing, you're attached to a boat. That shit, you're freestyling.
No, isn't that stuff attached to the boats in the water?
No, they're just
No.
floating.
Oh, then
They're
that
just
is incredibly
floating.
difficult. I thought that was I thought those were parasailing.
Well, you just jump and you just float. Like, how hard can it be?
I did parasailing and like a family vacation. when I
yeah,
was
like
12
that's
in,
that,
like
that
Aruba.
that's not hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
What parasailing?
Well, that's about the demo of physical activity that I feel like I could thrive with.
Paul's mom.
If somebody's in their 70s and can do it, then I feel like that's a threshold I can cross.
Tim hasn't engaged with Ben Shapiro since 2016.
There you go.
What did he say to him then?
He was just asking him a couple questions.
He's like, Ben, your hair is so cool. How can I get my hair to look like yours? Who is Ben Shapiro?
He
He's
He's like a-
right wing.
he's got one of the most popular podcasts. Yeah.
He's a professional shit stirrer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not a troll though. He is bright. He says certain things and says things which are I just don't support. But, he's a conservative sort of firebrand. He's he's sort of like a modern day Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, God.
That's
No,
how, but in the
he's-
sense of like having a crowd of people that follow him and like popular in a particular media venue, the way Rush sort of took over radio.
Would you say that he's popular amongst old whites?
Younger,
Oh, younger.
Pass.
younger like
Yeah.
millennials? Yeah.
I don't want to veer here, but I also think he was like the right wing guy that started the GoFundMe for AOC's like grandma.
I
as, like,
believe
a
he was
troll.
a part of that. Yes.
Okay. So he's a professional shit stirrer.
Yeah, he's clearly
An agent
making
provocateur.
millions of dollars on the unrest that America currently like he's killing it, I think.
Oh, so people are now calling you Tim Shapiro. But that might be because you're George the Hammer Shapiro's son.
George.
And he loves Israel, so Shapiro can work for Tim.
Yeah, that's true. Forgot about George the Hammer Shapiro.
I think George the Hammer
You have
Shapiro
to
is-
live in a certain
You have to
area
live in like
kn-
northern New York, like upstate New York,
or in like
Canada.
or like probably only like Ontario East.
I don't know. If you got Fox Rochester growing up, you knew all about George the Hammer Shapiro.
Yeah, but out west they get Fox Seattle. So
what's that?
like in Calgary they got Fox.
That's what I'm saying.
Seattle,
Like
so.
if you got Fox Rochester,
Yeah.
that's what you got. Although I think Salino and Barnes like went national, but one of them died recently.
Yeah, that's right. I read that.
Yeah, in a plane crash.
Really?
Was
it
that
a
how
plane
it was?
crash?
Yeah.
You gotta watch out flying private. It'll get you.
Yeah, honestly, it's
Is there any other way to fly though?
What's that?
Is there really any other way to fly?
Well, it's funny because I looked into when the pandemic first started. I contacted my contact at Private Jets. You know her.
yes, I do.
I was like, how much is it to rent a private jet? If I airports are closed, I can't go anywhere. But if I fly private, I could fly because that's like kind of unregulated. That's how people were getting around. I was like, how much does it actually cost to rent a private jet? Like, if I wanted to fly home to come see you guys or come see the family, how much would that actually cost me? and she basically told me it was like $7,000 an hour.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought you were
sounds
going to
about
quote me a more expensive price than that.
Well, because it was at the very beginning of the pandemic, and they were just kind of like giving away private planes.
I was going to say that seems like a discount rate for
it was
a private
she
flight.
said it's probably like less than 40% of what it normally costs.
Yeah, I was expecting you to throw at me like $25K an hour.
That's a lot.
Well, it is a lot, but private flying. I guess $25K is a lot in some ways, but
I made a parlay tonight for sports.
Oh, what sport
I
parlay
hope
do
you
you have?
parlayed the Knights because they're free money.
I parlayed the Knights.
That's smart.
Thanks, Tim. No one needs you saying it. With the Blue Jays.
The Blue Jays.
We're finally playing Baltimore, so maybe they won't
they won't
lose a
hit
game.
into a ridiculous triple play tonight, is what you're saying?
Yeah, following Gary on Twitter has been real sad. He takes the
Here's
Jays
the
like
thing.
really, really
Because
seriously.
they can't pitch, and their relief
Yeah, but-
pitching
but-
is abysmal.
I don't know why he doesn't take my advice because me and Gary and like DM all the time. I
Is
decided
it about
early in
is it
this
about
year.
Tua?
No, I decided early in the year that like wins and losses are irrelevant. Like this team needs they're like the things that need to happen, in my opinion, are happening, and everything else Rodgers will eventually pay for. They have the most prospects in the top 100 in all of baseball.
They need a
The
new
city's
manager.
Pat, you lived in this city for the brief window in our lives post World Series where the Jays were half decent. It's gonna happen again. These guys are awesome, but wins don't matter this year. We got Anthony Lynn for a manager at the moment, and they can't get an out from the 7th to the 9th inning.
You know who they need to hire as their manager?
Gibby!
No. They need to hire someone who's going to lay down some Latino justice on them.
Freddie Gonzalez.
Freddie Gonzalez.
I mean, this team should just bring Cito back. That's all they do is swing.
I love that they just have like 3 managers. Just why we put Buck back in the dugout? You gonna sit there with his fucking cocktail and make outrageous claims.
Who was the Blue Jays manager who
Oh,
lied about
this has to be good if they're showing Eddie
Johnson.
Molinari.
who lied about being in Vietnam?
Tim
And then-
Johnson.
Tim
No.
Johnson. That's who it was.
Yeah. And then he
Be
was
in.
replaced by Fergosi.
Be
Yes.
in. Be in. Come on, Eddie. Well, that's not so great. They're showing Eddie Molinari. Did they get him confused with Francesco?
Jumbo and Joe Ozaki.
Jumbo Ozaki.
Ozaki, yeah.
Jumbo Ozaki. That could be your name. Come on, Wolf. Jarrett. Tie the lead. I'm just going to emulate my swing after Matthew.
With all those little sort of quirks.
Why
and
not? Like if
twists
I'm
and
just
bends.
hooking everything right anyway, maybe that can get me to play right to left.
You might have answered this. I might have asked it, or maybe it was about someone else. What were Wolf's pre-tournament odds?
200.
People were like, in stuff I was taking in on Wednesday, like people were starting to get in on it. I heard his name come up in a couple places. Who's got those pink pants?
I don't know what just happened to Homa. Unless that was him.
No,
I
it
don't
was
think-
Jimmy Walker.
The actor? Dynamite!
That was
Past
his name
champ.
on the show. It wasn't the name of the actor.
Well, he could be playing the character right now on the golf course. Let's see here. Yeah, something horrible just happened to Max Homa. Because I don't see him on the leaderboard anymore.
But maybe
Oh.
he went the right way.
No, he did not.
Do you guys need Phil
The
to make this or
wrong
not
way.
make this?
He'll make it.
He'll make it. He'll make it.
Yeah, Homa just took a double on a par 5. He's now at +5 and outside of the cut line. And I believe by falling down, he moved the cut to +4.
Oh, no. Phil's got that claw grip going.
The cut is now +4.
I was really impressed with.
Grayson Sig needs to hold on here to make the cut.
I-
So does Fabien Gomez.
What was I going to say to Pat?
Oh, are you a big fan of French golfer Paul Bergeon?
Don't know who that is.
He is currently inside
Oh.
the cut line. He won a
Guido
Corn
chip
Ferry?
in again?
I certainly
Tell
hope
me
so.
he's going to
Still
chip in
not as
again.
great as Gregory Avray finishing second at the U.S. Open Championship.
Oh, Guido's down to 200 to 1, so I assume this goes in. Oh yeah. Oh, Guids.
Should have dropped.
You know what's maybe not a bad bet? Now that I'm looking at it with the each way? And
Blame on us.
I'm gonna check out some other sites just to see what this guy's odds are. Matt Jones. I feel like they really ratchet up the difficulty. That's good for Matt Jones. He played really well at Riviera this year too, and he won a tournament. That helps.
That's on one of the hardest scoring average courses on the tour.
Yeah, he's 250, 250. I'm gonna check out CoolBet, and CoolBet probably doesn't fucking offer like live odds on golf.
Apparently they did. My buddy told me they were today, but I didn't know.
They'll probably have Corey Connors as the current betting favorite.
No, Mac Hughes.
Oh yeah, Mac Hughes. He got to be Mac Hughes. It's not a bad site, but it's really hard to find things. Like I just typed in US for US Open and nothing comes up. That's not great. The odds are
Just
good, by and large.
Type in golf.
There we go, golf. Like I caught Brooks at 19 on this site, so that was nice. Yeah, they're not offering live US Open wagers anymore, but they are offering Bryson and Rogers versus Mickelson and Brady odds.
Do you know why they probably stopped offering live US Open when
Because
the puck
people-
dropped in hockey? Because like they can't, God forbid, a site out of like that services
Cooch.
Canada could do it.
Oh, the cut is now +3. It's moved back. You got yourself into this issue with that graphic, Paul. You should just make one that says the cut is +3 or +4.
I gotta do something.
We just get a lav mic.
What's that?
Just grab one of the lav mics.
No, I can do that. I just mean, it gives me switching back and forth. That's keeping the fans.
Oh, Eddie Molinari made that putt to get in, I believe, at +4. Oh, no, sorry. He missed that putt. He is finished at +4. But he
They're
should.
not finished.
Eddie Molinari is finished.
I wanted him to miss the cut. I got a top Italian bet.
Yeah, but I have him on DraftKings at 0.001%.
Yeah, so don't be so greedy,
Yeah,
Geoff.
you're so greedy.
No, that's fair. Dodo. I like Dodo. Pat said he'll go out early and he'll
Yeah, he'll be like 5 under tomorrow morning, and everyone else will be like 78.
who is going out super early?
Officially, well, Spieth might be the one. If +4 is the cut, I think Spieth and Casey are playing together.
Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of guys behind them.
Not really.
Your
They'll-
boy
they'll
like
be-
Shane Lowry can get out there first, maybe.
Yeah. Shane Lowry is going to make like 2 more bogeys and then follow it up with 2 more birdies because that's what he's doing today. The amount of 3-foot putts he has missed this week is staggering. He four putted from 10 feet yesterday.
I think this fridge
He
is
was
so
having
cool.
problems. Where were we before? Memorial? Where else?
Yeah,
was
he
having the
was
same
top 5 at
problems?
Memorial. This fridge, you like that fridge?
I think it's so cool.
Because it has an ice maker?
Well, not just the ice maker that makes the fancy
Circle
circle ice,
ice?
but you can also tap on the glass and see what's inside. That's so neat.
Did you know, I was told this, I did not realize this about this new Fast and the Furious movie, that apparently Vin Diesel has a brother, and his brother is John Cena. I was
Yeah, I
fucking
knew
sold.
that.
I did
know how
not
I-
realize that, and I will be there opening night.
Made me find out about that?
That you watch wrestling?
No. I actually haven't watched wrestling in a really long time. John Cena,
Had to
Got himself
grovel
in
to
the-
the Chinese.
yeah, I
Communist Party?
noticed
Yeah, I
the
know.
controversy when he had to apologize to China because he has a movie coming out there, and he was probably I don't know, whatever. That's
Wait,
what
wait,
that's when I found out about this movie.
What happened?
I believe he referred to Taiwan as a country because it's a country. And of course, that just set the Communist Chinese Party off the deep edge, and he had to apologize. And I believe he even made his apology online in Chinese.
Yes, he did.
You know what he should have done? Just went.
Well, it's a bad look for him, in my opinion.
Well, it's not a bad look when they pay him like $30 million to be in Fast 10.
Well, I guess if that's what your integrity is worth.
I mean, I would. You give away your integrity for free.
There you go. That means I'm not for sale.
Oh, is this going to go into? Fuck this guy. How many putts from outside of 20 feet is that?
Mac.
I guess in fairness, 2 of them he just randomly chipped in from somewhere.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Brooks, what?
I'm here for this guy to
Oh, good
have a same
God.
scores.
Well, I don't know what
Bryson.
shot he had there.
He tried to play that hook like I played it at the trees the other day.
Yeah, well, he should have just taken his medicine, taken a sandwich, and lobbed it into the fairway.
I don't know if he
That's
can
a
even get it
beautiful
over that
Torrey
tree.
Pine.
Just sideways. Just go left with it. It is a beautiful Torrey Pine.
That's not a terrible miss if the pin is on the right side.
Yeah, but he missed.
It's
left
a bad
each-
miss.
It's a bad miss.
If
It's a
you're-
bad miss, but if you know that if you're okay over there, I can see why he tried it then.
I don't know that he's okay over there. Look,
I don't know. I don't know either.
He looked like he's in the deep stuff again. That Kikuya rough.
Hole in one, Mac Hughes.
No, he's gonna hit it 60 feet from the pin and hit the putt.
You are spot on. That's in.
No, just give it to him. If you're playing with Mac, just give it to him. What? So confused.
Oh, your buddy, Eduardo Molinari.
He misses this.
Why are we? Yeah. Oh.
He
I'm like,
misses,
I know about
he,
this.
he misses. He misses every putt.
76. Oof.
What? Get out of town.
A bunch of people are just continue to say that Brooks is imploding, but he's not imploding. He's gonna be like even.
No, the course is hard, and he's gonna be and he still has a par 5 to end his round. And Justin Thomas gonna get to even. Get out of town, man.
Ugh. God, Henley has to go away.
Oh, that was Henley.
Yes.
Good. Why did I think that was Thomas? My buddy just texted
Isn't he
me
Roz's
that he's
boy?
Who?
My buddy
Henley?
just texted me
Yeah,
that he's the reason Coolbet shut down their book.
Who?
My buddy.
Oh, why? What?
just-
what did he bet?
I don't know. He's just bragging, but he hit that Monster Mickelson bet at the live at the PGA. So he definitely has some fancy tickets.
Oh,
But
+5 isn't dead right now. I'm just looking at it. +4 is currently the cut, and now it's well into T58. People are just kind of imploding left and right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players currently on the course at +4. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players currently on the course at +3. So that's 19 players. If 16 of them drop to +5, the cut is +5.
well, Pat, you were right. Brooks seemed like that ball was sitting upright pretty nicely.
And maybe he got a good break. Maybe I'm dead wrong on that. But I know that there could be a strategy to I'm going to try to make an outrageous shot at the green here, knowing that if I mishit it, I mishit it to a place where I can recover from. Like there's no real difference of me being here.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a 12-foot uphill putt for par. That's almost as good as he could ask for once he's behind that tree.
Yeah, like if he had chipped out sideways, is he really going to be any closer?
No.
Probably
He'd be
not.
able
No,
to
that's
spin
what I'm
it,
saying.
though.
You're right.
But
Yeah, but there's only a few holes on this course where you really want to use your spin.
Oh, Fleetwood's had to
that
watch
looks
this
like a
Wolf
really good shot from
clinic the last couple days. This guy, oh my God, he's back, eh? See that shirt Wolf's wearing. I thought that was supposed to be like computer code or something.
That's supposed to be the
but no.
bark of a Torrey Pine.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think that's what like the Matrix looks like if you freeze frame it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But when I said code, I guess I
to make the
Matrix.
Herman. He gone.
That sucks because he has an opportunity to be like America's new beef, right? The Americans are always looking for.
I thought
for
America. I thought
a
America.
cheeky euro
I
to
thought
sponsor.
America's new beef was Englishman Airy Iggs.
I was just about to say that. It's not funny.
Yeah, listen, Morikawa was in the fairway. He's probably got a 3-foot shorter putt than Brooks does for the same par.
Oof. Kind of got unlucky there, actually.
Uh-oh. Is this Hughes up next here?
Yeah, but they're actually showing him now because he's under par. They're not just randomly showing him make 80-foot putts. Although it's like 50-50 to go in, I'd bet.
Oh, where's it going?
I don't think it's got enough pace.
Lost
Ooh.
it behind that guy.
It's actually quite a poor putt.
Riku says that a certain site has +5 at 0%. Please don't ever mention that site on Pat Mayo's broadcasts. You get banned for life.
You should ban people anyway. Just keep it fresh.
I haven't banned anyone. I didn't ban anyone on my Wednesday chat.
Wow. Is that because you forgot to ban or because no one deserved to be banned?
I gave people a few warnings with bad questions, but that's about it.
Love when big leaguers make errors.
Oh, let's see. Matthew Messing asked, need a Pat new car update. I don't have a new car yet.
There's your update.
My wife is looking at a Volkswagen Atlas, some sort of Kia minivan. We need like a family car. Is my car not big enough?
The BMW?
Yeah. It's just, you have to push the seat. So, like, it's hard to. We need 3 rows. We need like 2 captain seat in the middle, or like a bench in the middle, then a bench in the back. We need 3 rows.
Forerunners are supposed to be good for that.
Those cars are cussed.
No, I don't think so. They're Toyotas. Toyota
is so cussed. Are you kidding me?
Toyota makes a nice car.
If I wanted to live in Soviet Union,
Is
the
Guido
biggest-
going to stick it?
have a pleb Toyota.
I drive a Toyota, but I
Yeah.
guess I am a man of the people.
Yeah, and you work for communist government.
Oh. How about Guido can make a birdie and go get 18?
Can you
We
hear
finish
Paul,
with 2.
Geoff?
No.
He said no. You can't hear him, and he can't hear
Like,
you.
I can hear his voice, but I can't
It's
hear
probably
what
picking
he's
up
saying.
on Patrick's mic.
You couldn't pick up me and I'm not playing through.
Oh, this person named the site that I said not to be named. Banned for life.
See
You
ya.
gone.
Woodland was making a nice run to just be fine, and now it's a sweat again.
What's he at now?
4 over.
Oh, imploding.
Do Brooks and that other guy have the same score?
Who's the other guy?
Brooksy?
Oh, Brooksy, yes. Yeah, Brooks and Brooksy are now tied.
You should be able to hear me, no?
I heard him say that.
Hello?
You heard him clear say that?
Oh no, I heard him through like background noise from one of your mics.
He's hearing you. He's hearing your background noise.
Weird. Okay, what's that?
Oh, there is no beef, Riku. I actually quite enjoy those guys, but you know, you go to fantasynational.com. I actually just get sick of when I ask for the cut. Well, I can fucking look at it and tell you what the cut is probably going to be. Like, what?
Maybe this mic card is broken?
Is the mic broken?
Maybe? Because I'm tapping, nothing's
You're pumped for.
PO'd.
Oh, Henley. You're
And
really
he's going
against.
to a par 5.
Hey, Tim's really against Henley. This is good news for him.
So Henley could be at 7. He's got a par 5 now.
Is he going to 18 or 9?
I think he's going to 18.
No, he's going to pull the Kyle Stanley triple dunk it in the water.
If he's got a 3 or like, if Rahm's at 2 under and he's at 7 under, he should be a shorter odds
Rom's
than
at
Rahm.
3.
Oh,
What?
Even if it's 4 strokes, you would rather
wanna bet?
you'd rather have Henley with a 4-stroke lead.
Henley's not
No,
even.
I wouldn't.
Xander's favored over Henley right now.
That's crazy.
It's not crazy.
Henley's not a nobody.
He's a pretty big nobody. This isn't the Sony Open here. And I'm not saying that he can't win. He's plus 650 to win. But in terms of like overall probability of winning, he's not as high as Rahm. He's probably not as high as Bryson.
How about this guy make his par?
Is he going to make it? He did. What's Lowry up to? Is he blowing it? Or has he blown it? No, he hasn't blown it yet. He's still sitting at +4 with Paul Baljean.
Sorry, is Brooks at even or
Yes.
one under?
One
Brooks,
under.
no, Brooks is at even.
He'll
now.
be at even once he puts in.
Yeah,
his
once
bogey.
he makes his putt, he'll be at even.
I got heartburn.
Is it because you do not take the strong antacids? You take the minor leagues of antacids?
Yes, I do. I do take the what Cam would consider a lifesaver candy of antacid.
A cert.
Yeah.
Tums
Tums is a sweet tart.
Many people are saying in the chat that you saying that if Henley is at -7, he basically can't lose is like you saying that Haotong couldn't lose the PGA last year.
I don't believe I said he couldn't lose. I just thought he had a really good chance. I would say if Henley is at -7 and Brooks is at even, Henley's got a much better shot than Brooks does to win.
Yeah, I'm really eyeing this Matt Jones number. It's already fallen from 200 to 250. I think he is the type of player like you're almost betting. Guido's down to 100 to 1. Wow. At 275 would have been a good number. But he's in, he's +1, and if you're banking on the theory that they're really going to make this difficult tomorrow, I think he's a guy you might want to have. Somehow Rafa Cabrera Bello is now 200 to 1 to win this tournament.
They know.
I assume that he's at like +5 or something now. It says he's even. No, yeah, he just made another bogey.
Oh, shucks.
Have you noticed how bad this broadcast has been?
Yes,
Well-
because the website just told me Guido didn't make that putt, so he can't
They're
make
showing
a putt.
a lot of golf.
They're not real. They're showing the same 4 guys like they always do. And occasionally they'll cut away to someone who makes a long putt. I understand that doesn't bother you because you don't know who any of these people are.
Well, no, it just doesn't bother me because it's like these guys are curating.
Doesn't
this is
bother
Golf
him because he
Channel. They-
doesn't have a bet. He doesn't have a lineup. Why
This
would
is-
that bother him?
These network broadcasts are tailor made for me. I'm the audience.
Yeah, but you don't know what you want. You will literally take whatever they show you.
Well,
so what's the difference?
They know best.
They don't know best.
They know what I want.
No, they don't. It's the reason that golf broadcasting hasn't changed in fucking 25 years.
No, that's not true.
It hasn't. The only people who were actually willing to do different things was Fox. They had to sell this off so they could afford football.
Because people, and I bet you also they weren't doing good enough ratings to justify keeping it.
No, they had to. There was something. It was in conflict with something last year. And that's why they had to get rid of it.
I know they're furious that next year the World Cup is in November and December, and they paid all that money for the World Cup, and it's up against football.
Not great. Although you have to think that's probably 2 separate audiences. Not completely, but
No, but they're probably contractually required to show on the main Fox network so many games.
oh
And,
no, bad news.
like the World Cup final is on a Sunday. I'm sure it'll have to be like the Masters was this year, that Fox just doesn't show games for one of the sections.
Well,
What's bad news?
that the World Cup is going to be the World Cup finals on a Sunday during football season for Fox.
Yeah, they bought the package not realizing that Qatar was going to make it in November and December.
Yeah, see, Cliff Yablonsky in the chat says they're showing more paragliders than golf shots.
Does Cliff Yablonsky hate everybody?
His name is actually Pat Jablonsky.
Okay.
That's close enough, though.
Because Cliff Yablonsky does hate everybody.
Wasn't Pat Jablonski a goalie like Boston and Tampa?
I think you're thinking of Bob Essenza.
Bob Asenza? I hadn't thought about him in
Nope.
forever.
I
Oh
got
my
it
God.
right.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
the
a
pla-
big fan of our show. Hole in one, Brooks wasn't even trying. Is Brooks incredibly tanned? Oh, hand off the club. That's never
He
good.
flared it. Meltdown. Well, it's interesting. Usually Brooks does this on Sundays now, so to see him do it on a Friday is sort of neat.
Maybe they're gonna get it. Maybe he's gonna get it out of the way now.
Maybe.
Poor Paul. Paul can't get any microphones working. Maybe this one, he says.
Can Geoff hear me now?
No, I
Yeah.
hear you talking in the back.
Test 1, 2. What the hell is
Nope.
going on here?
No, he can only hear you through our mics, Paul.
It doesn't make any
Oh, Brian Herman.
Brian Herman's in this tournament?
It's 1-over. He's playing fine. Are they
What
just
are the
showing him, or
odds
is he
that
gonna like?
Bland has himself a hat sponsor by tomorrow?
I mean, if DraftKings was smart, they'd just be like, hey, Richard Bland, here's like 25 DK crowns. Put us on there.
Well, he said, I'm open. I'm wearing my home courses hat. So
I thought he was wearing a Grey Goose hat.
apparently it's just like his home courses hat.
That wasn't a great
And he's
shot
using
there.
clubs from like 4 years ago.
Good for he just won a European Tour event. Like he just made like $1 million.
Euros.
No, I was rounding up. It's probably like 650 euros. That's like $1 million American, isn't it?
That sounds about right. That's right. I forgot he made that.
Someone is asking Tim if Taiwan gets a World Cup team.
Well, they have an Olympic team, but they have to be. Go
They
under the
compete
name-
as Chinese Taipei.
Exactly,
Because CT
yes.
Pan plays under
Chinese Taipei. Yeah, so I suspect they would be able to qualify for the World Cup under the same name.
When
I mean-
is Tim gonna?
Go ahead, Geoff.
I want to know when you're sharing your story.
Oh well, it's not a story; it was a dream.
Well, I have to use the bathroom. I'm going to go for a smoke. So I will be right back. Paul can hop in if he wants.
Do you want me to wait to tell my story?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You have to wait to tell your story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once.
You hang with Paul because I'm gonna go pee too then.
Are
All
you
right.
hearing Paul now?
No.
No.
All right. Well, you guys go, and I'll.
You hop in. You can hop in for me.
Keimer's ridiculous.
That's nice. That Keimer's got a real crack to make. Well, he's 3 over. He's probably going to make the cut.
Yeah. Okay,
was saying?
I'll be back.
Yeah, I do not like that shirt one bit that Matthew Wolf is wearing, and I usually am okay with the sort of eccentric Nike designs, but that one doesn't do. So I think we were talking about this off air, Geoff, but we should say it on air, is that the various criticisms that people are throwing at Torrey Pines is just nonsense, right? I think Geoff has left us. Okay. Well, for those of you who are watching, we are still deep here into the second round at the U.S. Open. Cut is probably going to be 4 over, but could, in theory, creep up to 3 or back down to 5.
Oh, nobody saw that, but what a catch.
Yeah, Paul knocked a beer bottle off a table and then grabbed it
Goaltender.
with his
Reflexes.
his cat-like reflexes.
I guess Geoff has left the conversation as well.
Yeah, he didn't say that he was leaving, but
Just the two of us.
Were you unmuting it?
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like both of those microphones, at least right now, are not responding with the board.
Well, once we get the new studio, I'll get some of those wireless lav mics.
Yeah, maybe those two were just dead, and I'm looking in like the wrong box, and there's another box.
Who knows? We don't need the lav so much right now, so I didn't really think about it.
We don't, but
I was asked if I could provide my Euro picks for tomorrow in advance, so I'm happy to oblige, but that requires me to look up first and foremost who's playing tomorrow.
My phone?
Yeah, I like France to win.
Allez les bleus.
I like
Who's France playing?
Hungary. They're pretty big favorites.
Who's the best player on Hungary?
I
They
have
don't
no
have any good
earthly idea.
players.
But I like France to win. I like the Portuguese to win. And I like Poland and Spain to tie.
Poland and Spain to tie.
That's it. So France, Germany, and a draw. Bet the farm, win whatever that you'd win on that.
Quite well.
Not much.
I'd like
Two
to talk
big
about.
favorite, I imagine.
I'd like to talk about golf shots, but we're currently watching a commercial about tools.
That Spain-Poland draw would probably pay a pretty
Well,
penny,
reasonable,
though.
but Poland actually did quite well in the qualifications. I believe they even won their group. So
Yeah,
I think they're actually a decent soccer team.
Soccer draws are all like plus 500 type of thing.
Well, yeah, they're just so enticing because you watch the game and you go, they're just
Yeah.
I bet you the draw today in England and Scotland was even better than plus 500.
I was on Portugal and under 3.5 goals. Like it was like
Well, that got through because Portugal
it
won
got
3-0.
through, but it looked like I was going to lose for they were.
Well, yeah.
Portugal was dominating, but it looked like I was going to lose until the 85th minute, and then they got their first goal to be up 1-0.
And then the floodgates.
And then whoever they were playing just absolutely
Hungry.
imploded. And then I was starting to worry about because the final score was 3-0, but I was like kind of worried that somehow they were going to get 4 goals in like 10 minutes.
No, I watched that too. I thought, oh wow, they're going to tie here. Well, I guess it was in Budapest that can happen, but yeah.
But it came through. Are we sweating anything at this point? I had like Answer and Kokrak who just completely imploded all my DraftKings lives.
Yeah, I needed Henley to go away, but that's not happening.
I feel like I have a lot less
JT
on the line.
drains it from the
JT
sand.
doing that thing where he just lingers.
What a beautiful pitch shot from the sand trap. Gets himself to level par with 2 to go with the par 5. So
Watch out for this guy on the weekend.
he could easily get himself into the weekend at 1 under par, and everything's wide open because the boys seem to think that both Henley and Bland are just pace setters. They're not going to win the tournament. So the tournament really begins at about 3 under, and that puts JT about 2 strokes back. Yeah, beautifully judged. It wasn't like your shot yesterday, Paul, where you needed the pin to save you on a putt that would have been about 25 feet past. Had it not hit the pin and dropped.
I hit the pin a few times like that, but like way too much pace on a lot of my shots. I'm happy that you guys didn't share my score on said golf.
No,
course
it was
yesterday.
basically like
I don't even know if I gave you what I got on the 18th hole, but like
There was no need.
It didn't need.
it was to the point where people remember a couple years ago when Ben Crenshaw played his last Masters, they stopped showing his score out of respect for Ben Crenshaw, so that you didn't know he had shot a 94 at the Masters.
Yeah, I was a bit like every single tee. Kind of just a disaster, really.
That happens.
I'm either in the woods or way too short because I just like puss. It's a tough scene. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to the driving range tomorrow and just hit some balls, see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
How amazing was Brooks's par save?
Well, did you see JT nail it from the bunker?
I saw he got a birdie. I didn't know
Yeah.
he fucking hold it.
Yeah, he
He
holed it
holed
from the
out
sand.
the bunk.
I am going to be very. I think I don't need to involve other people,
So
but I won't be alone. I'll look very dumb when JT.
So where does this tournament actually begin, Geoff? Like I said to Paul, you guys think that Henley and Bland are just place setters. Where does the tournament actually start? Louis, or does it actually start at Rahm?
No, I give Louis that respect, but if I was looking up at the board, if I'm one of, put it this way, let me best explain it this way. It starts with John Rahm, and I'll tell you why. Because if I'm down the board, I know one thing's for certain.
Did he get rid of pitcher and pitcher?
I gotta bet him.
20 years ago.
Sorry, I mean I gotta beat him, Tim.
I have it in my phone.
Like if
for
you're on the
next
board, you're
quarter.
like, if you're down the board at +1,
It's the
+2,
second time you've spoiled one of my corner things. Not you, Geoff. Pat.
if you're at +1 or +2 or +3, you're looking at Rahm. You're like, if I beat Rahm, I'm coming top. I can't win this thing without beating him, and beating him means I'm going to win a lot of money because he's probably at least coming 5th place or something. So if I'm a player in this field, I'm just looking at Rahm.
Okay. No, I think I think you've made a very good case there. Geoff and I were talking about where this tournament actually starts. And I asked him, does it start with Louis or does it start with Rahm? Because you both think that Henley and Bland are place setters.
I think that Henley is more live than Bland is.
Sure, but where does the tournament actually start? With Louis?
I
think
give
that the
Louis
winning score
enough
is still gonna be
respect.
like +3.
Pardon me?
I think the winning score is still going to be like +3.
+2 or 3? Okay, so then it's okay.
I was saying I give Louis like the respect, but if I'm a player like down the board, I'm like, I know I have to find a way to beat John Rahm.
Yeah.
And maybe maybe Rahm's coming 5th or maybe Rahm's coming 8th, but I can't do anything until I'm ahead of that guy.
Xander's just quietly playing good golf. Shaping up for a very solid T4. Who is that?
Henley.
Mac Hughes.
Oh, no, that is Mac Hughes. You're right.
And he's probably got a birdie putt on 18 or I assume a birdie putt, right? Or,
He's got around his wrist.
Oh.
So you're mad there is no pitcher anymore?
Yes, I think it's a great idea.
Wait, I only thought of it because I'm trying to get 9 TVs installed at the new studio so we can watch 9 games at once.
But it's pitcher in pitcher. It was such a bright idea, and like it never really took off.
Well, no, but TVs are so good now, and like as you can see, TVs are so big now. Like we could cut this TV up into like 4 quadrants and watch 4 separate things.
Yes.
And it would look fine.
Absolutely, it would. There's just no reason why in the 21st century that pitcher in pitcher is just. It's weird. I guess my point for the corner was going to be there were a few weird things where technology made these big leaps, and then we just went backwards for no reason. We got rid of supersonic air travel. We got rid of pitcher in pitcher. There's just this weird stuff that no one seems interested in renewing, and it just we live in a world where everything is so modern and so new, and the tried and the tested need to be thrown out for something different. And just it's weird that in these instances that we've seen a reversal in ways that I don't understand.
Well, I would guess that pitcher in pitcher went, and I mean, we might still be like there could just be a setting on here that gives me pitcher in pitcher. I just haven't looked it up.
I think it does still have it.
Yeah, let me look at.
You never see TVs advertised anymore as pitcher in pitcher.
No, maybe,
Obviously not.
Well, see, you're
That's
laughing,
like
but
a carb.
you're
It's
laughing.
like a car being advertised with a radio. Like,
oh, how to use pitcher in pitcher? No, it still does exist.
yeah, of course it does.
Good,
And
good,
maybe
good,
it-
Miss Henley. I don't need you getting to 7.
Oh, you just press Pip. Where's Pip?
Like Pip from Great Expectations.
Yes,
Hello, Miss Avisham.
it's a very Dickensian feature. Oh, there's Xander. Keep going. Hit that slope. It's a nice chip.
A really nice shot.
Apparently, this feature is only available on Bell 5 when your receiver is set to single mode. I don't know what that means.
It's too much effort, and who gives a shit?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if I wanted to watch 2 football games at once, or if I wanted to put the
The Habs game down on the right-hand
Yeah,
corner or
the-
something, yeah.
or Trey Young is making threes from half against the 76ers. Guido has an eagle putt.
Guido should be 7 under.
Don't be. This is Hughes, yeah.
Who's the other guy in this group?
Harris English, I believe, is in this group
Ah,
because I've seen him a couple times. Are they going to Peacock now in the States? That's what's happening
Yes,
here?
they
I
are.
believe so, yes.
What a pathetic scene.
Harris English is T13.
Well, but you know what though? I don't mind if they
What are
go
you talking
to.
about?
If I don't mind if
Like
they go
Harris English is even.
on Thursdays and Fridays, I don't mind if they go to CBS All Access or the Peacock or whatever during these rounds to get some visibility for those networks. Just don't do it on the weekends.
I actually agree with that. I mean, it sucks if you're watching it, but that is the way to push people to this product that you're trying to
Yeah,
sell.
put it on the Thursday and Friday rounds, and that's fine.
What do you think? Like, what should Harris English's odds be at even?
Oh, what a shame!
English
Pat?
at even 100 to 1.
Yeah.
100 to 1, 150, 125, like that range. I'm guessing. I don't know where he's at, but
Yeah, I'm seeing that's exactly sort of where he is.
We're not listening to the sound, but I'm sure that Azinger is talking about the POA right now.
Azinger legitimately brings no insight to anything. He just reacts to whatever shot he sees. And like if Colin Morikawa has a great chip, it's like Colin Morikawa, one of the best short games on the PGA Tour.
He had this story yesterday where he was talking about a threesome that we're playing and this interesting fact that connected all three, and he couldn't remember who the third person in the group was.
And the third person was John
yesterday,
Rahm.
And the third person was John Rahm. And he was and he was trying to look up who it was, and he just kept blanking, and then later on he's like, "Oh, it's John Rahm." Like that's the guy you forgot. Like, oh, get him off TV.
And like 4 times he mentioned some guy slept at his house, some amateur. It's like, okay, man, been watching all day.
Yeah, it's like Faldo can be annoying, but Faldo does certain things that nobody else can do when it comes to golf commentary. He reads the greens better than anyone ever on television. I don't know what Azinger brings to bear other than to say, "Oh, that's a seed." Every time there's a good drive hit. It's like, okay, man, thanks. I have eyes to see that.
Oh, the commentary really likes the commentators, at least on NBC. I find it's different on CBS. The commentators on NBC hate Bryson.
Oh, it's very clear.
Like even like
Although I don't think Faraday does.
They were dogging him all day yesterday, and rightfully so. Like he was taking some very poor shots, and they like were gleeful when he started +2 today. And then he started making some great shots. Like just that's not how golf is played. It's like you just made eagle. Fuck off.
Guido made his birdie, top 10, top Italian. Let's go to the weekend, buddy.
Apparently, everything is moving to Golf Channel in the States, not Peacock.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I mean, I get like that part of it to expose a thing, but I feel like this tournament is not where that should be done. Like, as example, like some of, specialty channels here in Canada, like add-on channels, they'll show like a couple Blue Jay games a year.
Yeah, like Sportsnet
they're
1
random.
has it like...
Yeah, but they're not going to put like a huge game like the ALCS onto that channel. They sort of, so I feel like it's kind of really tilting people. Like the national championship shouldn't have to deal with that crap.
It's only
but if
a
NBC
couple of
wants to
hours,
put,
Geoff, on the Thursday and Friday. I can't believe I'm here defending this, but I am.
I
It's
don't know.
perfectly
I think it's
justifiable.
weird.
Like what
should-
is NBC showing on Friday? Is Blue Bloods on? Is that an NBC show?
That's CBS.
Oh, so I mean, what does
They probably have news commitments. Oh, Olympic stuff. Well, of course.
Of course, you have to show.
Their by far biggest sports property other than Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah, they had the gym. They bumped the ladies' U.S. Open for the gymnastics because Simone was jumping.
Of course. Simone is...
Michael Phelps doesn't swim anymore, does he?
No, but the swimming does huge numbers in the Olympics.
The Olympic swimming trials, I will wager with you, does not do the same.
No, I don't
ratings
think
as the U.S.
No,
Open.
I don't think the swimming trials does. But they are trying to prime the pump for the Olympics because they
That's a
spend more
big
money
part
than
for
God
Phil.
on the Olympics.
That
They
is
need
a
Get
big
to
part
the
for Phil.
weekend.
They need to get people jazzed up because the Olympics are in 30 days.
The Olympics suck.
Oh no, I can't tell you how fired
You know
up
what?
I
I
am.
might greenlight an Olympic show for you, Tim.
No, I don't want to do a show because I don't
can
know
break down
enough.
the Olympics every day of the Olympics. You can make your picks on all these sports.
Well, I'm going to make my picks anyway.
Well,
for
then we
people.
should be doing Olympic shows.
But I don't know enough about it.
Well,
If you
you
put
just made
people-
fucking soccer picks, and you can name one player from the 6 teams that are playing.
Well, no, I know.
Do you remember he didn't even know like the difference between this like weightlifting thing that he claimed to be an expert
I
at?
never
I'm
said
not
I was an
talking about-
expert. I never said I was
an
an expert.
aficionado. You seem to know all the classes.
I know.
If Tim does a show, people are gonna someone's gonna Daniel Dale his world. Like he's gonna have a fact checker, like just to make internet Twitter jokes.
If you,
oh, Guido almost chipped
my-
that in.
I mean,
God, Guido,
no,
he could have been 5 under. What a star!
anyway,
No, that would have gotten him to. That would have gotten him to 2 under, Geoff.
No, I mean, like, he played well enough to be 5 in the red right now.
Okay, there's a lot of guys that played well enough. They could be a lot better than they are.
I didn't find a lot of trouble. He was a very clean golfer that missed a lot of great opportunities today. I'm excited. I'm happy. I got like a 12-1 top 20. Like, they're huge bets out there for him.
Your boy, you know who did not have it going well? Who I had a bet on was Cameron Young. He was 7 over on the back nine.
He was 1 over last night, right?
Yeah, he had a real bad back nine here coming in.
Can't believe Patrick Rogers of all. So many guys imploded, and I was looking at it last night. Like, good for him.
Yeah, just very solid, even par around. That's quite the haircut Azinger has.
Funny, you keep reading my mind. I was going to ask you about
He
that.
looks like it could be a wig.
I didn't know how to say it without just saying it. But that's kind of what I was wondering.
And Dan Hicks looks like
Dan Hicks is aged.
Dan Hicks looks like if Jim Nance was turning into a zombie. Like, he's like withering away.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying. What's the score in that hockey game, Tim?
Nothing.
People are now demanding a cuss judo Olympic spot.
Yeah, I can tell you all about what will happen in the repechage.
Well, what if we just gave you a dressage podcast?
Well,
Okay, what about how many do you feel like? What sports would you feel comfortable discussing?
golf.
How about you just do those ones?
basketball?
You won't know anyone in the golf, though. They're going to have like the most random people in that golf event.
The hammer throw.
Sorry, so you said you're an Olympics. You consider yourself an Olympic expert, and you consider you named.
No,
the two
I
sports
never
with
said I was an expert. I
But-
just love the Olympics.
But you named the 2 sports with professionals.
because I know the people in that. Obviously, I know Simone Biles and Katie Ledecky, like the swimmer and the
What about that?
gymnast.
What about the American swimmer who claimed he got mugged in Brazil, but then he was lying?
Ryan Lochte.
Lochte.
I suspect he's got to be too old to be in the
Do
Olympics.
you even know the name of Canada's top sprinter?
Yes.
Yeah,
his name
Neil
is Tyson.
deGrasse Tyson.
Yes, yeah, it's Tyson DeGrasse, right?
Yeah.
No,
Only,
I was just seeing
only,
if Tim
only
knew
in
it.
Canada could you get a fucking commercial for not winning in the Olympics.
Yeah, but you know what? Finishing
No, he's
second to
good.
Usain
He's
Bolt
good.
is
Yeah,
like winning any other year.
You lost to Usain Bolt.
He
You-
beat-
you
Do you
don't-
know
don't-
how
you don't
many
get a- You
commercial-
don't get a fucking national marketing campaign because you're some fucking loser.
The
buddy,
person who won
I'm
the silver
still
medal
seeing
at the
Kurt
at the-
Browning and Elvis Stoiko.
I was just about to say the
commercials.
people who won silver at the
In
Montreal
fairness,
Olympics.
Elvis Stoiko did karate on the ice.
Yeah, Kurt Browning's silver at the Calgary Olympics was like on the CBC
Sorry,
opening
stop
montage
for a
every
second.
single morning.
So when I worked,
Kirk Browning is still selling. You know how in the States it's Tom Selleck trying to sell you a reverse mortgage? In Canada, it's Kurt Browning.
yeah,
people.
I don't listen. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of shitty products I would throw my name behind. I would feel bad trying to convince people to get a reverse mortgage. It is the single worst idea you could ever do.
But Kurt Browning seems like a trustworthy fellow.
And so does Tom Selleck in a sweater cardigan in a lounge chair.
He just wants you
Just
to be able to
talking to
enjoy
you.
some income while still living in your own home.
They're literally going after the hearts and minds of these old people because Selleck and Browning are such likable, respected people that
Yeah, I don't know
people
what the age
probably
demo
trust.
for figure skating is, but I bet you it skews older.
No, it skews very female heavy. It's the
Well,
one,
that I know it skews very female heavy, but I suspect it also skews older too. I don't know.
How about Morikawa gets 18?
No, the biggest difference I would say between Jesus, Kepka, the biggest difference between like Elvis Stoiko and the rest of those guys.
Nice putt.
Like, wasn't Elvis Stoiko like a 3-time world champion?
Yes, and I believe he
Yes, I
won the
believe so.
gold at Nagano.
Okay, didn't like Patrick Chang get commercials?
Oh,
Yes, he did.
Patrick Chan.
Yeah, I believe he did.
Who was the couple? Remember the couple?
Yeah, they won the gold.
Yeah, but they won
No,
everything.
no, but they tied because they got screwed by the Russian.
Virtue and
Oh no! He's talking about in Nagano.
They got screwed by the
oh,
Russian judge.
Soleil and Peltier.
Soleil and
Soleil
Peltier.
and Peltier, and they got the gold after the French judge was. Yeah,
I think they split gold.
I think they did.
I
They
think-
wouldn't
I
have
think they
taken
gave
the
them
gold
both
from the
gold.
ride. That's the
Canadian
key thing about the Olympics. I far prefer the time sports and the weight
Oh,
sports
really? Not the judge.
to the judge sports. Olympic boxing is one of the most crooked things you've ever seen.
Well, I always like how Cuba has some like 49-year-old boxer.
Oh,
representing them.
it's crooked. Even the diving too. I have my suspicions that it's impossible to see all the moves that the divers are making in that 1/10 of a second between the time they get off the platform and they hit the water. I feel like there's a lot of guesswork going on there.
You should be a synchronized swimming judge.
Well, that's a little easier to judge because it's slower.
Okay, what sport would you love to judge the most in the Olympics? You think you would excel at?
We are gonna make Tim
dressage?
one of the judges of one of the new sports that's in. So you have skateboarding,
Breakdancing?
breakdancing, karate.
Shut up. That's real?
Breakdancing's in the Olympics, isn't
I
it?
believe so. It starts in this Olympics. Either this one or the next, but I think it starts.
No.
Breakdancing's fucking hard.
Oh, it's incredibly hard, but I think the Summer Olympics had enough sports.
Yeah, that's
Like, at
way,
this point, why-
way too many sports.
Like I think it has
Well,
enough.
why
sports.
couldn't you just put breakdancing in the Winter Olympics?
You could.
The Winter Olympics seems like it needs more sports.
I have long said basketball does not belong in the Summer Olympics. It's played mostly in the winter. It should be in the Winter Olympics. There's no real case for it in the Summer Olympics.
The case for it in the Summer Olympics is that most countries on Earth, when you were playing basketball as kids, you would play it in the summer.
I guess it seems to me like an indoor. So I take that point, but it's played at its highest levels in college and the pros, all indoors, and in the winter.
I mean,
and
I don't know when the Euro League runs for basketball.
I don't. I can only speak to what I know from my experience.
So
That's
you
true.
you just want everything to be Americanized.
Well, the Olympics are very much tailored to the American audiences. You watch what
We just-
time in Tokyo they're doing the 100-meter freestyle or the track and field.
Oh, Shane Lowry made the cut. Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
We have Kisner, Walker, Bhatia, and Andrew Cozen, the amateur, all on the cut line right now at +4. And then you have Poulter, Fratelli, Woodland, and Keimer, and Phil, and Fitzpatrick, who's on number 9, his last hole. They're all at +3, with +4 being the cut. The only guys who can really rally right now are Cooch, Ryder, Burned. Oh no, Adrian Murnock. Me Ronk. And the cheater, Sung Kang, are all at +5.
Who's the deepest guy out there? Like, Hadwin's on 14, Poston's on 14.
Bhatia's on 12.
So he's...
Fratelli's on 13.
Yeah.
Oh, Postman. He's going to make the cut. Good for him.
Does he always ring twice?
For the co-lead, Wolfman. Good for him. I love Matthew Wolf.
How is this working?
What?
Like, what happened? Like, what was the deal? He was
Hey,
hurt, or he
what
just like didn't
happened?
feel good and he had to re-practice?
I think he was suffering, like he didn't kind of come out and say it, but it sounded like he was suffering from depression.
Yeah, it sounded like it was a mental health issue. Yeah.
Yeah, because then he's like, no, I'm only working on having fun out there, or
Yeah,
something. I heard him say.
He went and moved back to Oklahoma, like his college town, to hang out with his buddies.
Did you see why he said he came back at the U.S. Open?
Yeah, he said he came back at the U.S. Open. He's like, lots of guys are going to shoot 78 and 79, so it just won't look at a place if I do.
Unbelievable. Good for him.
Yeah, he's playing.
See,
great.
doesn't that shirt look
How did
like
Tommy
Code
do this week?
or the Matrix?
Tommy made the cut.
I haven't seen a
He was
single shot of his
3-0
today.
Uh,
And usually the camera loves
I
showing.
think he
Tommy
was at
Fleetwood.
3. Tell me if I need to
Yeah.
worry, though.
no, he's in. He's in at 3. He made the cut. The jacket he was wearing today looked like he went to the pro shop and bought something 2 sizes too big.
It did look way too big, didn't it?
I was going to call it a moo-moo, but I didn't want to get off topic.
You didn't want to get off topic by talking about something relating to the coverage in the sport we're talking about?
Slow down, slow down.
They
slow
never
down.
actually showed it. They only showed him, like, because he was playing with Wolf, so you just catch glimpses of him out of the corner of your eye all day. Alanto made the cut? I don't know any of
Was he
this.
trying to belly that?
Francesco really fell apart down the stretch. Did I know that?
What is Francesco at?
He finished at 2 over. He had a 5. He shot a 76 today, 5 over.
That doesn't surprise me. I watched Sergio miss an incredible string of short putts.
Guido now leads top Italian by 3 strokes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going to cash that after 36 holes, by the way.
I'm
As,
not.
as
I'm
someone who
just-
regularly has money on Guido, I know how this can turn out.
I'm
Would you
just
take the
really
cash out
enjoying my
option?
ride. I'm just really enjoying my Guido ride. I got him everywhere. 6,800 DraftKings. He's killing it.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
it.
DraftKings. I play DraftKings.
Where did I see him recently?
I tweeted
baskets?
out a GIF of Louis Anderson the other day.
That might have been it. That literally might have just been it.
Hey, Louis, do
I'm
people
like,
ever ask you about Life with Louis? Oh, Life with Louis. Every day someone asks me about that show. I was like, really? That was really obscure.
What?
Life with Louis.
No, Life with
Friends
Louis
with
was
your
on.
aunt.
That was on. It was on the Fox Sunday. It was like the X-Men cartoon.
Yeah, but okay.
You have to remember, in the 90s, when we were kids, and we were like 7, 8, 9, and 10, there was like, it's not like you hear people say, well, there's only 3 channels. There's probably like 25 channels.
I was going to ask him about Family Feud too, and I forgot.
What about Family Feud?
Just what his experiences were on Family Feud.
Oh, you wanted to ask Louis Anderson.
Yes, when I was with Louis Anderson.
I thought you just wanted to have Family Feud as a general talking point.
Oh, no.
Nice putt. Phil Stan inside the cut.
Yeah, and he still got the par 5 on 18 to play, so
He still got a shot here.
yeah, he missed too many little putts today. I mean, he's not going to win this thing, obviously, but I did not think he'd even make the cut, so. 248.
How about a strike right now, pal?
Just not in the water. Hold. Is he too deep?
He's off.
Oh,
Yeah, that's not a birdie opportunity from there.
No, not with those little
That,
green
that
to
pin
work
going back down the hill.
with. No.
Oh, Cash Chucker just said Cam Champ just got ejected. Oh shit, he certainly did.
Did you take like a triple or something?
Cam Champ just went bogey, birdie, double, bogey, bogey.
Oh, dear.
Wouldn't hate to see Justin Thomas like put 5 in the water here and miss the cut.
when you were gone, Pat, I said if he wins, like I'll feel pretty stupid.
Why?
I pretty much like faded him as
You can't bet and play everyone. You have to make choices.
Cam does.
What? Yeah, Cam. Yes, Cam bets everyone in some way or form. Like I don't
I
have
picked
any,
on him.
I don't have any. I don't have any Rahm this week. I don't have him to win. I don't have him on DraftKings. I knew he was going to be good. I just wanted the other guys to be better than John Rahm.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but I guess I picked. I tried to pick on Justin too, and that's
Try not to flare this out to the right, Brooks.
You played head to heads with Thomas.
I don't want to talk about it.
Would you?
Brooks is gonna have an eagle putt. He's walking after it.
You ended up betting DJ, didn't you?
Yeah, DJ and Bryson.
I mean, DJ is +2. Like he's not dead by any means. He goes and shoots.
No, I'm not saying I'm dead. I'm not talking. Yeah,
DJ goes and
got-
shoots 69 tomorrow. He's in it.
big par save there for
The,
Bryson,
odd,
so
the,
he can.
the odds reflect that too. As DJ is only 66 to 1 right now.
That was an amazing up and down Sandy for Xander.
Yep.
And Brooks making that great par save on the last can let him get in the house at 1 under.
Yeah,
today.
and he'll
One
probably.
shot
I
up
feel
of
like he'll
Brooksy.
make a 2-putt birdie here. So
Maybe he'll make a 1-putt eagle.
that's possible.
What do you think that the odds are right now, Tim? If you had to guess.
I would say Rahm would be the favorite.
Rahm is the favorite. What are his odds?
5 to 1.
4 to 1.
I would say, that Oosthuizen would be next.
He is not. Oosthuizen is 3rd.
Okay. Who the heck would be next then?
He was just on TV.
Brooks, really?
No, Xander.
Oh, Xander. So Xander's probably then 9 to 1.
6 to 1.
That's way too short.
Louis 8 to 1. And Wolf is also 8 to 1.
I don't think any of those are very good odds.
Henley is 9 to 1.
I wouldn't bet Henley 9
Brooks.
to 1. I don't like any of those numbers.
Bryson's 20 to 1.
I'd rather take a shot there. I think.
I re-upped on Bryson this morning when he was +4 at 50 to 1.
What's Mr. Bland?
Mr. Bland is 25 to 1.
That's still too short. You can't go from 500 to 1 to 25 to 1. Although that's what sort of bet I would make. That's not it.
I think I might actually jump in. I'm waiting for this Matt. I assume like the Matt Jones number is not going anywhere, but he's currently like here's sort of the disrespect that's going on, and maybe it's just a Phil thing. Phil is 150 to 1. Matt Jones is 250 to 1.
Yeah, those odds should not be that disparaging.
But people will actually bet on Phil.
People were betting on Phil today.
He was the most bet on golfer of this tournament.
Well, he just won the PGA Championship.
He was 60 to 1.
Does this green run away from him? Looks like it's downhill.
I think it runs towards that the water pond there. Not only that,
What's the,
he has no ground.
Someone asked what the beer of choice in Canada was. And
all we drink is Molson Canadian.
It's funny because that's what people keep saying. Molson Canadian is the serious answer. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've seen a Molson Canadian.
Yeah.
Or anyone drinking a Molson Canadian.
That's.
Do you know anyone who drinks a Molson? Who drinks Molson?
Not on a regular basis.
I don't know any. I don't have any friend that would. I mean, if they're at a bar or like whatever, sure, you just. But I don't know. None of them would like buy a 2-4 of that crap.
Now Molson
I don't
X
even want
is
to say
excellent.
crap.
Molson X you can only get in Quebec.
The only reason you used to buy that stuff is because they would hook like cool free like Leafs or Team Canada hockey gear like shirts in the 2-4s.
Just like if you went to
Had a
Ireland,
nice
do you think
collection
people
of
just drink
2-4.
Guinness?
Had
Yeah.
a nice collection of 2-4 T-shirts back in the day.
Well, it's a lot like people think that Foster's is the most popular Australian beer, and apparently all Australians hate Foster's.
Yeah.
It's like an international product.
Oh, you're from Denmark. You must drink Carlsberg only, right?
No, you drink Facts. I used to pound Facts in high school.
Facts.
$2 for a tall boy at like 10% alcohol.
Yeah, I remember
It's
Facts.
So fucked off Facts.
Ugh.
It was so gross.
Terrible stuff. I hated it. I suspect that's what they drank at the alcohol parties. I do. It was cheap.
How old is Russell Henley now? I mean, we met him when he first showed up. So
I
how
feel
old
like he's
is
like 32, 33.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it just seems so much more. Well, I mean, he used to have like platinum blonde long hair. So.
Pardon me? Tied it up? Oh. Well, that's nice. I guess it's nice that they're at least hanging around for some respectability. I still expect Vegas. I mean, I think Geoff's got that parlay in the bag, to be honest with you.
The Jays can't score, but win all year. They're supposed to play Baltimore. I was like, yeah, they haven't even played Baltimore yet. They'll kill Baltimore. Can't score on goddamn Baltimore.
Yeah, I would say I don't know how the demo breaks down for what Canadians drink. I would guess the answer is like Budweiser.
Coors Light.
Coors Light, yeah.
Yeah, Coors Light, Budweiser.
Because beer is very regional.
Very regional. Kokanee is huge out west.
Kokanee's huge out west. Like, obviously, Keith's is huge out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm drinking a Schooner, which is a Keith's product.
No, it's an Olin's product.
You lived here,
well,
Pat.
that
Like, what
is
would
a
you
Keith's
say was the
product now.
beer of
Keith's bought Olin's.
Toronto?
I didn't know that.
Toronto? I mean, I would mainly just drink Stella if I was out.
Yeah, but what would you see other people?
Stella?
Like, I don't know. What's the regional beer of here?
Steam Whistle?
Steam Whistle? I mean, Steam Whistle and Mill Street were the two that I would see people drink most often, I would think.
Sleeman's?
No. Sleeman's Quebec beer. It's like you don't see people drinking Alpine, really, outside of New Brunswick.
God, even then.
And every time I go to Newfoundland, I drink Black Horse, but I don't know how popular Black Horse is. I just know it's a Newfoundland beer.
Yeah,
so I
like
drink it when
the
I'm there.
one with their flag on it, too. Like Blue Star or something, I think it's called.
People keep saying Labatt. I legitimately haven't seen anyone drinking a Labatt Blue
No, that's
in
like
20
that's like
years.
a northern New York beer. Like they like to drink it in
an
Buffalo.
it's an American beer. That's
Yes.
Americans drink. That's the Canadian beer.
I
that
can't
Americans
remember the
drink.
last time I had a Labatt Blue.
Paul, when was the last time you saw someone drink a Labatt Blue?
Yeah, Buffalo's all about Labatt.
It was never a beer that I would.
It's a really like filling beer.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. My goodness.
Growing up, I remember it had a big presence here because they own the Blue Jays.
They do or don't? Oh, that's a nice
They
putt
did,
by
yeah.
JT.
They did way
He
back in
shot
the day.
69?
Yep.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
This guy, man.
He just plays like
I wonder what
crap and
his.
he's
I wonder
fucking-
what his. I guess his score never got too like he never was too far the other way.
Look at
So
that
I
ball
bet you his
bounce.
live line was probably
Like,
never too
the odds,
high.
whatever
but-
the odds are on him are better than what they are on Henley or on.
It's 25 to 1.
I'd far rather
gonna
jump
say-
in with him
Rafa.
5 strokes back at 25 to 1 than bet Rahm or particularly Xander. Like I don't think there's any.
How
value
far
in
is
Xander.
Brooks's birdie putt?
PXG?
Sung Kang, the cheater. He uses cheater clubs. You're thinking. You know what? I was right on Oscar Pistorius. I don't care what anyone says. I knew he was using cheater legs, and look what happened to him. Wasn't a good guy. Well, that silenced y'all pretty quickly.
There are a lot of really good golfers at even par.
Is that a ball right in front of Phil?
Oh, see, Carl here says, I work for an American beer company, and Labatt is definitely promoted as a Canadian beer. I agree. It is a Canadian beer.
For Americans.
It's for Americans, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Canadians don't drink that. It's much like I bet you Sapporo is a Japanese beer made for Canadians that think it's Japanese.
Or
I love
Americans.
Sapporo. Yeah,
I
no,
like-
I think
Yeah,
you're right.
Foster's
Tim.
is the same
I like
way.
Sapporo a lot too, but I guarantee you it's not the most popular beer in
Yeah,
Japan.
Tim's been here the whole time.
What?
Nothing.
Jeff's muttering to himself.
Yeah, he is.
That was a nice bounce back day for Morikawa. So what? Brooks is 3 feet for the red, 5 feet. He's got to go to bed one up on Brooksy, so he really needs this.
It's
Well,
true.
The good thing for him is that Brooks already finished. Or sorry, Bryson
Brooksy
is already
Brooksy finished.
is
the
already done his round, so he can't try to photobomb.
I actually thought it was really endearing that Bryson was like, "Ha!" I thought it was funny.
it just shows who lives in whose head.
See, I don't think so at all.
Oh,
I think you're so wrong, Tim. I think that's Bryson just being like, I'm having fun.
Yeah,
here."
that's the whole thing. Like Brooks seems to be taking it really seriously, and Bryson's like, I don't really know what's going on. But this is kind of
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. We're supposed to be having fun. Hey, he's waving.
Yeah, he's like, I like golf.
Bryson's waving like he doesn't realize that guy doesn't like him. Like,
And
hey.
also Brooks doesn't mind Bryson. It's all a work. They just want to get a cut of that $40 million.
Might as well just give it to them. Apparently, Portnoy's Twitter account got suspended today.
That's your guy, Portnoy.
It's not my guy, but
No, that's your guy. You are like, you seem like the biggest secret stoolie in the world.
No, but I'm interested. He's done like it's just very basic content, and he kills it. And sort of
Jeff
like
wishes
you.
he could do pizza reviews.
Kill pizza review.
You would. You do a good job with them.
Listen, the guys I like there are just Frank and Dave, but even the stuff as simple as having that buddy watching the Islanders play. Like, I don't know.
That's sort of like the stuff that
Isn't that like
Drew is doing with that Steve Glynn guy.
Dr. Drew?
No, Drew the producer.
Yeah, no, it's what we're doing right
Yeah, it's
now.
what we're doing right now.
Okay.
That's what it is. And like people have done it. They put a camera on them, watching them like have crazy reactions to shit.
It's really funny. Like I know who Portnoy is, but I don't think I've ever consumed a Barstool anything in my life. Like I don't understand what goes on over there, what they do, if they're good, if they're bad. I just
Yeah, I mean, I saw one or two of those YouTube, like the pizza, like.
Yeah, I've never listened to like any podcast.
But no,
they've had,
I don't.
but, like
consume
short
the- I don't-
internet clips.
Yeah, I don't consume the content.
The part of my take,
Oh, I've definitely watched Frank taste testing soda. I love Frank.
the part of my take
Love Frank.
podcast is the single biggest sports podcast.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
I'll go. Look
I
at
have
it.
listened. So I shouldn't say that because I have listened on advice once or twice to their hockey podcast.
Oh, the Spit and
Chickless.
Is that theirs, or is that something that they co-opted in?
No, it's theirs.
Was
I
that?
think.
Or
Like
that-
they
that-
started it independently, and Barstool brought it in, didn't they?
I think that may be right. Paul would probably know better than me.
It's like the Dogger Pass podcast on the Mayo Media Network.
But what were you watching it for?
Me?
No, Tim. Like you wanted a hockey podcast?
They must have been interviewing somebody that I thought would be an interesting interview. This was a couple of months ago.
Well, actually, the Dan Lebitard show with Stugotz is currently the #1 sports podcast in America. Pardon my take, #2. Simmons, #3. Ryan Russillo, #4. Dan Patrick, #5. The Pat Mayo Experience, #76.
Well, it's because people are afraid to subscribe and like. They need to stop being afraid.
Yeah, that's why if we want to pass Colin Cowherd, we need ratings and reviews, people.
If Berger could get a birdie on the last, that'd be great.
Tim, a lot of people are saying that you would be a star on Barstool.
I don't want to be a star on Barstool.
It's really a shame Brooks has to go to bed with the same score as Brooksy after missing a 3-footer on the last.
My Menchies are hot enough.
No, your Menchies would be so hot.
Too hot. They'd be too hot. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Oh, you'd be like Jerry Springer, too hot to handle? Those were great VHSs in the late 90s.
I used to watch that show. Anyway. I used to come home.
Pat,
from school
Siwoo
from
got
lunch.
the 17th, so he can make a birdie on the par 5 and make the cut. Same with Kuchar's on the par 5. He can make the cut with a bird.
And this guy says, I question the Penn acquisition anyway. I only question that because of the numbers that I see from Penn, that they're not great.
From Penn.
Yeah, Penn bought Barstool to basically essentially acquire their customers and turn them into bettors. But as it turned out, I mean, at least based on the numbers right now, and maybe it's because certain states haven't legalized gambling where most of like the Barstool audience is. I mean, that could definitely be a factor. But it hasn't really translated into conversions. Like when you look at where Penn and Barstool is versus DraftKings and that other place that I won't mention that runs 1 and 2 virtually in every state, like
Never
Penn
heard
and,
of them.
Penn and Barstool were just way behind in terms of like overall handle, overall customers.
I thought, maybe I could be wrong. I thought Barstool was principally a New England-based company.
I think that's how I think that's its roots.
Yeah, but that they've been bought by a conglomerate.
Like I don't know. Like,
So-
I'm preaching ignorance here. I don't know.
yeah, they started. It was a Boston
Yeah, because I thought they were
little
all like
newspaper
Bostonites
blog and
or
shit.
Bostonians. Sorry.
Yeah, and then they got big and moved to Big Apple.
Okay.
Be like, we
They got big. They got funding. They got investors.
Move to the smaller Apple.
Now they got places everywhere. They've got like Barstool Chicago and Barstool.
Oh, okay.
Well, this person is saying that the Penn customer acquisition cost is 0. That's not true. They bought Barstool. That was their giant acquisition cost. Yes, once New England opens up to legalize sports betting, maybe that's a huge shift. But it's not like DraftKings isn't a Boston company, too.
That's a fair point. Barstool also has that political problem.
No,
that
but I
other places
don't,
don't have.
I actually don't think that's a problem for them.
Well, I think it drives away certain customers.
I don't think those are the customers that are signing up for online slots.
Well, but if I bet you that it probably has a 10 or 15% effect. That there are people who just don't want to.
I think there's like 2 guys in the chat who like work for Penn. Very pro Penn.
Fair enough.
Put it this way: there's a reason that I can say Penn on this show and not one of the names of the other sites.
I believe you.
Yeah, DK's marketing costs are $1 zillion. Fuck, you should see the money they give me.
They went through that. They went through that stretch where they were the sponsors of everything. Remember, like 5 years ago.
Well, both them
They're
and
giving Giselle money to plant trees.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's all just that they can spend all the money they want right now, especially after going public. Like that's a part of it.
fair enough.
If you don't spend the money, it's the old thing. If you don't spend the money now, you're not going to get it next year.
Yeah, no, well, that's true.
But I do think that the deal that they made with Lebitard is actually super savvy. Because the whole goal, realistically, and like the reason that Penn bought Barstool, is because you had all that weren't natural bettors. Like, one of the reasons that they continue to sponsor my show is because the people who listen to this show and watch this show are bettors. And I'm not saying if I move from DraftKings to another place that everyone would just go deposit money. Frankly, most people who listen to the show probably have money in a whole bunch of different books.
Sure.
Like all of us do. But
They would do what's best for them.
They would do
their interest of
do
betting.
Yeah, but I mean, we try to. I don't want to say like, we're not good bettors, but at least we're somewhat educated when it comes to the market in trying to find the best numbers for us. But DraftKings had incentive to keep me around instead of letting me go to a competitor, just because the audience of this show are bettors, and they are people who are very willing to deposit money. That if I did go to, let's say, a Penn or something like that, it would just become more awareness for them and bringing over customers. So that's the value in this show. When you get a show like the Lebitard show, you're dealing with a whole bunch of people who are generally non-bettors. They're sports fans, but most of that audience is a non-betting audience. And if you can get those people to convert, that is really where it's at. Then you convert them over to the online game. Like, it's not even sportsbooks that are really... Like, there are certain affiliate deals that are going on right now, like behind the scenes to acquire customers. You know, it'll be like, hey, if you can get someone to sign up for this sports book, we'll give you $400 a year as long as that person is an active customer. But if you can get them to sign up for like the gaming side of it,
Right.
it's like $1,000 a year.
Interesting.
Like if they're playing online blackjack or online
Yeah, yeah.
slots,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
that's actually where all the money is.
Oh, I can imagine.
And sports betting is just a wedge to get into this stuff, so they can unleash online slots on people that you can
Also,
play on your
Pat,
phone. Honestly,
I've seen that a lot of people complaining about the Barstool book and some of these books that on the smaller tier, that they're literally not there to take big action. They're literally there to take like small bets, and they cut people like really short and low, like out of the gate. They don't want big bettors. It seems like they just want like gen pop like gamblers.
They don't
just
want
like,
whales?
50. Yeah, whales. Yeah, I don't know
well,
what you'd call it. Whales lose too, but
yeah, but the
they don't
whales
want
the
'em.
whales are always going to go like Pinnacle will always take that action, always.
Yeah, of course, and lots of other sites, and there's competition for them. But Barstool really wants no part of that. They're literally there to just steal from stoolies.
It's a good gig. Listen, I'd want to switch.
Yeah, no, they're
spots.
killing it. They're killing it. Yeah, they're killing it. And I'm a fan. I just, and more so like in my whole thing with Portnoy is, I mean, like I see what you have done, Pat, and how hard it is like to create a name and a space and
fucking did.
and a brand.
He did
And,
what
like, he
I've done
literally-
times 3 million. Like it's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
and like he literally took nothing and started competing on some levels with like ESPN. I don't mean actually, but so it was, yeah, I don't know. It's just like mind-boggling. Like what he did, you have a better chance of winning. I don't know, of like winning anything you could think of, like being a Oscar-winning actress or hit-making musician, like anything, like the greatest baseball player ever. Like those are the odds, and Portnoy did that. It's crazy.
Yeah. He hit that same game parlay. Someone actually just asked, why doesn't DraftKings have the same game parlay? I'm guessing because it's actually, I mean, I've never played on that book because I don't have it up here. So like the same game parlay type stuff, like it's most places don't want you to make correlated parlays, essentially.
Right, because you're more likely to win.
You're more likely to win them. So I assume they give you really terrible odds on them.
Yeah,
But
you'd want to take the underdog and the under in a football game,
yeah,
thinking, okay, if one that happens, the other will happen.
I mean, you can do that. You can do that. You can do that sort of correlated parlay. Like you can parlay an underdog spread with an under. But in terms of like props from the same game,
Oh, okay. I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Chargers, and I think Mahomes is going to have over 350 yards
Yes.
passing. Well, how did the Chiefs win this game?
'Cause
They
he-
pass all over the Chargers. So if one hits, the other is often
so
likely to hit.
Kiz is going to make the cut here, whether he makes this or not. He missed. Unless he misses this one, then he misses the cut. Siwoo needs a birdie on number 9 to make the cut.
Number 9.
He just
Berger's making a mess of 9.
is he?
Well, yeah, he's bogeying, bro.
Walker, Bhatia, the two guys on the course at +4 right now.
Are they the only
So-
relevant ones?
It's locked in, right? Like long established.
I mean, no,
God.
but yes.
What's he gonna do?
There's a very unlikely 0.0001 chance that it moves back to +3, but it would require like Siwoo making eagle on number 9, Byrne making eagle on number 9, Meronk making a whole bunch of birdies.
This could go anywhere.
Rafa
Yeah.
took a rip at it. Is he on 9?
No, he's not.
I think Burns in big trouble. I don't think he's going to get the birdie,
He needs an eagle to push the cut.
but he needs a birdie for himself.
Yes, to make the cut, he needs a birdie. Siwoo just birdied 8, though. So, shot 1, shot 2. Just the shot tracker, whether it's on the app or on the desktop, is horrible.
Horrible.
It's not as
Once
bad as
again-
it's not as bad as the PGA Championship app, but it's close.
Another bad putt from Finau.
Oh, this guy says this is something we need to get into. You should see what slots are doing on Twitch. People getting 25,000 people watching a dude spend $200 a second. Meanwhile, the company is just paying him $1 million to gamble. I would do that.
Amazing.
I actually pitched that to DraftKings when they get their online gaming. I was like, how about you just like give me $10,000 and I'll live stream myself playing blackjack?
Oh my God.
Like, why not? They didn't go for it.
Oh, answer. Yeah, well, still not as good as marble racing.
Apparently, like, watching people play slots online is like big money.
When JD finished second at that tournament in Nevada and then went and played high limit slots and lost the entire second place check.
I do.
Poor
Oh, here's
guy.
Burger for Birdie.
Shot tracker sucks then.
Yeah, the shot tracker's not good. I also like
I had him lying 100 yards out. So now he's got a birdie putt. Interesting.
Could Walker and Bhatia birdie and push it back? You would need one more. Oh, no, it's T59 now because Walker did make a birdie. Fratelli, Poulter, and Kozan made a birdie. I guess Walker made a bogey. Walker made a bogey, so he's outside the cut line right now. Bhatia, if he birdies, it pushes it to T60. So then one of the +5s would have to move up to +3 in order to push the cut back. But it's a very high percentage that it's going to be +4. Yeah, I like the dotted line. Have you opened up the app and looked at the shot tracker? It shows you the dotted line.
no. What is
Oh, yeah, I hate that thing.
It's
I
like-
hate this whole operation.
Like the dotted line, I guess, is like the optimal shot that's next.
the dotty line?
Like it's where you're at, and then it's just a dotted line to the hole. But it makes it look like they've hit it right next to the hole, like as soon as you go in.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't as bad as last week with Shot Tracker at Palmetto, that every time that you were in one of the waste bunkers, they actually called it a waste bunker. But they've never called anything else a waste bunker before, ever. So every time I would open it, I'd see the W and just assume my guy was in the water right away. I was like, oh no. Then I'd have to look a little bit closer.
Just lay up here, Phil. You don't need
You
to
go for it, Phil.
Just hit a wedge down there and spin one close for 4. You could throw yourself out of the tournament here, son, if you miss it. Don't. Oh, God.
Oh, Geoff, question for you. Would Tua improve the Jays bullpen?
Yeah. Although he would probably throw as many strikes as Chat would.
Oh, Phil!
Oh,
Just got
it's just,
over.
there's just no need to be.
Yeah, but what does he care at this point, whether it's a miscut or he makes the cut on the
Well, no, it does make a difference because if you make the cut, you can still win this thing. Like you didn't work all this. You didn't work this hard to throw it away on one hole.
Apparently, this Wilma says that Rothstein is a Twitch slots guy, and he plays slots on Twitch for 8 to 10 hours every day.
Imagine trying to explain to your grandmother what you did for a
I
living.
mean, I know a few. Like some of our friends are absolute mopes. And like they go to the bar near their house and play VLT slots.
Well, yes, I
for
know.
5 hours without
Yes.
their wives knowing. We should set up a camera
That's
on them.
horrible.
And they're losing like their last $75.
And they know the tricks, right? If you see a stool leaned up against a VLT, that means it's occupied.
That is occupied. You
that
can't
person's
have that
using
one.
the washroom or whatever, having a smoke. They'll be back because they're getting that machine rich, and don't you dare step in on them. There's VLT etiquette.
This guy asked me, honestly, is blackjack on DraftKings the same as being at a casino? Yeah, I mean, it's not because I love going to casinos and playing blackjack. I just love going to casinos, interacting with random people at the table, chatting with the dealers. If there's someone at the table that I don't like, I'll start splitting tens just to piss them off so they leave. That's sort of my game. The reason, blackjack online comes too fast, and then you get the full experience of blackjack instead of over the course of two.
Why I always thought the people who participate in the World Series of Blackjack must be just such addicts for action. Because just imagine the amount of action
Gang.
that you're getting. Oh, 8.
That's not good.
Imagine the type of action that you're getting at all times if you're in the World Series of Blackjack.
No, I know, but when you're like the hands, it's a lot like online poker versus like in-person poker. Like people always feel like they get fucked in online poker all the time.
Because they do.
They do, but they're just playing so many more hands per second. Like think of like
That's like saying, do you honestly think when you play blackjack at the casino that you have a better chance with the automatic shufflers or when the dealer is shuffling him or herself? I would rather play with the dealer shuffling him or herself than the automatic shufflers.
I would too, but there is no difference.
Well, but we
just-
both prefer the in-person one, so there
Yeah,
must be.
Do you know why? Because I like when they have to shuffle the cards because I can go for a sig.
No, but that's not actually.
Yes,
the
it is.
that's
That
not
is
the
actually
principal
one of the reasons I like it.
Because you and I are both suspicious of the automatic.
I'm
shufflers.
not suspicious of the automatic dealer, but I don't like playing without a break. And with the automatic dealer, you don't get a break. And then online, like you can play like blackjack comes at you fast anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So let's say over the course of let's say 10 minutes. 10 minutes, you get what? Like at a casino, you get if you're
8, 9 hands.
if you're
in?
playing like even at a half table. So there's 4 people at a table. In the course of a minute, you get what? A hand, maybe.
I would say a hand at most.
a half hand a minute.
Yeah.
Online, you get like 10 hands per minute.
We were playing double.
Like it's just you get so many hands, so it seems kind of thrown off because you're seeing such a volume of stuff coming at you, just like online poker. Where one hand of poker, when you're playing, like sitting around playing with real people,
Yeah.
if there's 10 people at a table, each hand's gonna take like 10 minutes.
It depends who you're playing with, but yes.
But no, like if I go to the casino right now and it's a full table of like 9 around the table, each hand, if it actually like comes to, if you see a turn, not even the river,
Yeah,
you
that's-
see the turn,
it's unusual.
It's gonna take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Online, you play so many more hands.
No, that's
that there's
definitely-
so many more. Like when people say they get fucked or they get rivered or get
But
whatever.
they're playing so many more chances.
if you
to
played
be-
that many hands in person, it would happen to
get
you
cracked,
too. You
yeah.
just don't.
When we played double deck blackjack in Vegas, my table mates refused to let me put the cut card in, except once the dealer gave me the cut card, and we had a very bad shoe.
Yes.
Shocking.
Yeah. It's like when I lent you money on my bachelor party to play blackjack because you were out and I was up all that money, and then you won your money back and gave me that black chip, and I didn't win a hand for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that was rough.
Anyway, that's my rant about.
I miss blackjack.
The casino's open. We can go right
yeah,
now.
but I don't know whether the tables are open.
How wouldn't it? What,
It's not
what are they
that's,
doing?
Because that's not where the money is.
No, I understand that, but
They made sure to get
I think
the-
if the casino is open, we can go and play.
If the tables are open.
I think the tables are
And
open.
that casino only never opens up enough tables in the best of times.
Pat.
Yeah.
Siwoo Kim's got 5 feet for eagle.
Then he's going to make the cut. That's great news.
Unless he has to putt with his
Let's bet on him. I'm going to put some money on him right now.
Unless
We're
he's
talking
got to
about,
putt
like,
with his rescue club again, like he did at the Masters.
Kim. Siwoo Kim is 2,000 to 1. I'm going to bet him with the each way right now. $5 on Siwoo with a top 4 placement. So $2,000 if he comes inside the top 4. 12,000 if he just wins.
Oh, here it is.
This is for birdie.
Well, then Shot Tracker lied.
Or he missed an eagle putt.
No, the app just
he made the cut.
No, I'm just reading the app. Shot 2, 3 right green, 4 feet 9 inches. Shot 2. Liars.
Man, they will not give you a break on Matt Jones. He is holding steady at 250 to 1. Everywhere.
You should probably wait. No one's betting him tonight, man. People are not going to bet that.
I don't think so either, but you never know with these things.
What's Charlie Hoffman?
Hoffman is at +1 for comparison's sake.
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm at. Yeah.
He is 100 to 1.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Hoffman, there's some money out there on him. People like him more.
Well, he's a home course San Diego guy.
What's Hoagie?
I didn't even realize Tom Hoagie made the cut.
I'm just trying to find a guy that some would consider.
No, Tom Hoagie is T21. I didn't realize he was just at even par or at +1.
Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
Where is Hoagie? Hoagie is 500 to 1.
That's a tap-in bird for Phil.
Like Hoagie has
Jones
this,
is
Hoagie has the same odds as Paul Casey right now.
No, I would rather Jones. I agree Jones is better. Jones won. Jones has that harder course narrative. I'm just trying to comparing Jones to some of the other players at +1. You know.
Well,
he's
give Phil
obviously not
credit.
gonna
I
be
did
as
not
good
think
at.
he was making the weekend here at all. So
What's that?
I did not think Phil was making the weekend here at all. So all credit for him to go out and shoot 69 today.
So
Matt Jones.
nothing.
Matt Jones has been all chipping and putting all tournament. He's like slightly below driving, slightly below on approach, +4.7 around the greens, +1.6. But I need someone to be good around the greens here. Like if
Kelly just made bogey to get to 4.
Oh, Rafa.
Yeah, that's like Rafa's spot though. That's where he makes it from. Is Rafa gonna like miss the cut?
No, he still won under par. He should be fine.
Is this guy gonna win top amateur if he makes the cut here? This Kozan?
Even if he doesn't make the cut, he might win top amateur. That's Homa.
Is Ty Montgomery?
I don't think he's an amateur, is he?
Strafaki is an amateur.
Yeah, but he sucks.
he's
I have
not making the
seen
cut.
more of that fucking guy at majors. Like I've seen more shots from him this year than I have from like good golfers I like. That they Siwoo Kim won a tournament, and I think they've shown more of Strafasi, who fucking sucks. He finished 150th today.
It's bad.
He had a great day though. Thanks. Playing in a fucking featured group
Yeah, they even showed his first couple of tee shots.
until they
got the standard feature group.
Oh, good for Hadwin.
2 Canadians lurking.
What happened to
I didn't
Connors?
really know he was even in the tournament because
Well, I feel bad about Pendrith because he didn't make the cut, but I was right that Connors wouldn't be good.
I said that too.
how is Bobby Mack? We're trailing Hadwin and Phil in top lefty, or not Bubba, or there's other lefties I'm forgetting about.
Herman.
Here.
Herman's a lefty. I think that Lamb guy is a lefty too.
Yeah,
Rick Lamb.
Obviously, Higo's not making the cut.
Yeah, Kozon is low amateur by 3 shots right now over Ollie Osborne and Spencer Ralston. There was one amateur guy who was like 4 under through 8 holes today.
Don't really think there's anything going. I mean, Walker's on the last. He's got to make a birdie.
Yeah, it's
He's
kind of
in the fair. He's in the fairway 115 outlying too. So
It's really just like Fratelli and Batia. Can they hold on?
I need Boccia to hold on, but I don't really care to do a show about it.
You want to get out of here, Geoff? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, like, I don't need to like follow talk through Boccia's final 5 holes. Like that I can't watch, but I do hope he makes the cut. That $6,400 DK would come in handy because I don't know.
How
I
played
don't have
was
any-
Bland on DK?
I don't think Bland is.
Oh
I mean,
my
Tom and Sky were betting Bland for a while during like the Middle East swing on the
They would
European
be
tour.
devastated then, wouldn't they?
No, they seem to be pretty good for it. Oh, Tim, someone is asking, are you just saying unaffiliated so you can keep growing your brand and be in demand so you can eventually ink one of those $100 million deals?
No.
Okay.
Like Salazzo says in The Godfather, I'm not that clever.
The other big thing on Twitch right now is hot tub streams, where girls will write your screen name on their body for hundreds of dollars. Slots and hot tubs. Tim, you could...
I don't understand the Twitch world. I don't understand the TikTok world. I don't get it. I don't have it. We're too old for it, and it passed me by.
Oh, I
Or
don't
I'm
think so.
passing it by, and I just don't understand it.
You can... Tim secretly on Twitch at Timmy Tugs.
Jeez Louise, that's not it.
It's okay. We're just a few months from Tim having his own OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, where he gives tugs and talks about the Olympics.
Catering to a very, very diverse audience.
Walker getting up and down or what?
I would know. I'm watching a water commercial.
Ah, see, this person's on the right track. Blackjack should be an Olympic sport.
Walker's got 17 feet.
He might have 17 feet. That could be for quad or eagle.
Again, blackjack is just such a great game for action. If you crave action, it's your game.
I prefer Baccarat.
Sure.
I just thoroughly enjoy Baccarat.
I never played full baccarat. I played mini back in Vegas, but I never played full baccarat.
I mean,
The stakes I think are just too high.
the stakes aren't so high. Like you could play like a $50 minimum
Okay.
Baccarat table, and you get to rip up the cards.
If you want to.
Yeah, but they're your cards. You can do whatever you want. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's-
the only reason really to play like midi back instead of mini back.
I just like betting egalite. Because when it hits,
Oh, egalite!
when it hits, there's money to be made. That and natural nines. First time we went to Vegas, our friend Tim told me, the first thing you need to do is when you get to the craps table, bet 8 the hard way. So I'm a moron. I throw $20 down. Doesn't 8 the hard way happen as soon as the point is established? It was fantastic.
You hit it?
I bet it and hit it.
Oh,
The first thing I did when I got to the casino.
what does Hard 8 pay in craps?
Oh, what was it, like 12 to 1? Something like that? Man, I cannot remember what it paid. Some degen who's watching will know exactly what the odds are on all the hard bets.
This guy says, Geoff, have you ever used the site called Prop Swap?
No, you could sell prop tickets, so I'm sure there's a guy with a Bland ticket that you could like put up on a site and someone could buy it off you.
This guy says, thinking about selling this Henley 33 to 1 to win 1750. Thoughts? I mean, depending on what you can get for it, I would sell it. Sell that for like $500 or something?
No one's giving you $500.
I don't know, maybe you find some Russell Henley fan out there.
$500 would pay you 5,000 on that, wouldn't it?
No, you would sell.
7,000?
You would sell the ticket itself pays $17.50. What is he, 8 to 1? So you'd have to cut that by 8, and you probably wouldn't get as much. So I would have that off. Yes, for $500, definitely sell it. But
Yeah, I would too.
divided by 8, you could sell it for like $200.
Oh, Sam. It was rough.
What's the chance we can get to +5? It is currently 0%.
It's to the point that even the Golf Network is about to go off to Peacock.
Coverage continues on Peacock. Oh, maybe you will know this. Is Morency in the new Fast and Furious movie, people are asking?
Answer the question, Geoff.
Oh no. But he was traveling all over the place for a period of time. Morency wants to sue a referee right now. So I'm doing fine. Okay.
Did you know that the refs are very much against the Canadians, according to everyone I know who roots for the Canadians?
They were so bad in Game 3. The Canadians didn't have a single power play, while all the Knights did was just mug the Habs all night. And now they got a power play, but of course it's broken up over the period, which always happens to Montreal.
I'm rooting for you. I have no allegiance in hockey, so if the Canadians want to win, I'm happy for you. But just the amount of whining you do for a team that's clearly inferior, like straight up,
Well, then
not,
maybe
not as good.
Well, of course, but then so maybe call it fair. Maybe don't tilt the things in more.
Maybe they're just they're showing replays. Great, yeah, it's probably a good time to end.
Batya bogeyed.
Oh, Batya. The 6 of 6 percentage of people are wondering is right around 5% in almost all tournaments. Yeah, not enough people smash the like button. If you're out there, smash the like button. Come on.
Rafa's got 8 feet for par.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
No, you're right.
You got to stop.
You're right.
You got to stop quoting this shot tracker. Like the master
Sure,
shot
you're right.
tracker. That's one thing.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but you've said I've now said this to you 3 times, and then you keep doing it.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wants to sue a referee.
Oh, Nikki Noodle said that Morency's live shows were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. Jeff, remember when me and you got fucked up at like the first one?
Yeah.
I tried to watch one of those once because he tried to stream.
Yeah, he tried
it
to
from the
live
bar.
stream it.
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
What was that? Shoeless Joe's, which, as I understand, is the mecca of Toronto popular culture.
Yes, according to Cam and Gabe, because it's 3 steps away from their office.
Well, he said that Wayne Gretzky's and Shoeless Joe's were the 2 places to be in Toronto.
Wayne Gretzky's restaurant was horrible, and they just tore it down.
I don't know anything about Toronto restaurant
Walker
scenes.
gonna make this for the cut? Oh yeah.
But they said that, yeah, Shoeless Joe's and Wayne Gretzky's were like the restaurants in Toronto.
Yeah, and probably Gabby's on King Street too, right?
Probably.
What were the 3 closest restaurants, Jeff, to your guys' old office?
Yeah, Gabby's, Shoeless, Gretzky's.
I remember once, Geoff, you said that they weren't enjoying the city at all. They were just going to whatever's closest.
You know, that happens, though. Anyone,
Staying up late and watching games.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, I think that'll do it for us. The cut's going to be +4. This was fun.
Yeah, it was good times.
Eventually, I hope. I mean, by the British Open, I'll have the new studio, but it won't be ready yet. Maybe we can figure out something for that. I got to figure out how the setup's going.
That also will be a really early Cut Sweat show.
That'll be great. Oh, Fratelli made it. Nerd.
But you'll have it ready for the Olympics Cut Sweat show.
Yeah, the Olympics cut sweat show. We'll live sweat the 100-meter.
No, I'm thinking of the golf.
Oh no!
It's
No one gives a shit about Olympic golf.
Every time someone brings up Justin Rose's accomplishments, they never fail to mention he's a gold medalist.
Only on NBC.
Well, okay.
By the way, CBS never brings it up because no one gives a shit about Olympic golf. Remember last time, no one good played? They're like, I don't want to get Zika.
Well, I mean,
It
it was
seems like
bad when
you
when
guys
when
did a
Ricky
Cut
was there.
Sweat show for the players. How could you not do one for the Olympics?
The Olympics are a big deal. I'm sorry.
No.
You think
no,
Olympic
no,
golf is a big deal?
Well, it's new, but it.
Oh, is that Rafa?
Of course, that's a lost ball and a drop.
See, that's what happens when you play at Brunello. That.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit a provisional.
Yeah, but you don't have to hit the provisional at Brunello.
No,
you
you
can
don't.
laterally drop everywhere.
But he's going to have to, or take stroking distance.
Yeah, there are so many lost balls. Like if your ball goes like maybe 4 feet off the fairway, Geoff, at this course that we were playing at, it's lost. And they had to red stake everything and make it a lateral drop so you don't have to hit provisionals because every round would take 9 hours or so.
Yeah, makes sense. Screw you, Peacock.
Oh, look at this guy. Mironk.
I think it's moronic.
Mironk. Mironk. Oh, fake swing.
Oh, like P. Shag.
This guy's fucking real lank. He was actually in the mix at that one that Bland won, I remember. When I was tracking, because Guido and Molinari were both in. I think Molinari was playing with this guy in the final round of the Betfred British Masters.
I was going to say, isn't it called the British Masters?
The Betfred British Masters.
Is that why on some sites it says the U.S. Masters to
Yes.
distinguish between that tournament and the real Masters?
That would be correct. That means you're using international sites. It's just like the
US PGA
US
Championship?
PGA Championship.
Because the other one is the one they run at
Wentworth.
Wentworth, yes.
All right, should that do it for us? Are we done?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've run out the string.
Well, that was fun.
It was
I
fun.
enjoyed chatting with you guys.
Yes, it was good times.
We should probably lower our mics next time. Or sit higher, one of the two.
Yeah, okay.
Because you're not even talking into yours.
Yes, I am. I'm making a point of talking into mine. But the mic could be lower. Listen, this is my first time. Cut me some slack.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good there. All right then, folks.
Talk to you Monday. Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, like if we can hit a Brooks Bryson exacta, because I have that bet and I have it the other way around, that would just be glorious. That'd be great news.
Yeah, it's in play. Even par, man, right there.
Yeah, who do you think wins? By the way, if there's one bet that I am giving out, DraftKings doesn't have the top 5, top 10s out, but I'm going to play that Matt Jones tomorrow morning. I want to see if it gets any bigger than 250 to 1, but I like Matt Jones. Just bank on it being really hard tomorrow.
Okay, but who do you think wins? I think
Bryson.
Bryson.
Louis.
If you haven't bet Bryson and want to, he's better odds now than he was to begin the tournament. So this guy's having a time. Just like that burrito guy that Brooks almost killed yesterday. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, spending your Friday evening with us, sweating the cut. I hope it was a good time. It was like half a cuss corner, and that was it. Smash a like on your way out and subscribe to fantasynational.com/Mayo for a discount, by the way. We will see you on Monday.